we get Geeky Family over that.
Yeah, Geeky Family.
They're later.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one. So again, let's talk about the tempo here. So far for Onic, they are one of those teams as well that they give the calm before the storm. Sometimes you make it feel like, oh, maybe this team has a chance. They're making Onic sweat. And then all of a sudden, one item completed, and then all of a sudden they're winning all the team fights. Well, what's happening, Trex?
I mean,
one item.
So when we saw them previously, some of the big turnarounds are that first Lord. Onic has a great Lord fight. They like to keep it aggressive, even if you want to try to drag it out. They like to force it. Kyrie,
oh wow, draft is starting right now. Holy shit!
Even when his team's not there, he's
That
able
started
to bob
perfectly.
and weave. And Lords are the things that can turn games around. Even if they're a little bit behind in gold, that can be something that changes everything.
Yeah, this should be a really good series. I would not miss this for the next day.
He's bobbing.
Honestly, I'm surprised Zane's missing it, but he'll probably watch it live maybe.
Drafting phase here where Devu going up against Onic. Devu is on the first pick. Onic is on the second pick. Devu instantly bans out the Joy as well as the
Right back.
Manny.
I gotta fix my hair.
As well as the Guinevere.
But I won't be missing much. Give me a second.
Answer, gentlemen.
I like, I'm wondering if, does this warrant a Diggy ban? We talked about it. It was a key to victory. Do you think so, Trex? Is there a warrant for that, or should they just let it slip through since it's game one?
Maybe not game one. Maybe not game one. And then always, does Devu want to first pick the Diggy? We talked about it last time Devu played. Me and LaFell were actually on that game. And Sawo plays it so well. He can play it even if it's not just like to counter CC. Like,
exactly.
He plays it damage. At the end of the game, he's using it to zone, create space, and move around the map. So, yes, maybe game 2 or 3. If Sawo decides to pull that card out immediately, it's definitely a possibility.
This Kaja ban is very interesting because for me, when it comes to the Diggy, maybe they're trying to set it up. The one thing that you have to be careful of is, as a Diggy, you don't want to face against a jungler like Kyrie that can deal out a lot of damage, because if the Diggy dies a lot, you're going to lose the stacks. When you lose the stacks, your damage isn't going to be as impressive. So this Kaja ban is very interesting. It looks like maybe they want the 1-1?
In a way, it leaves some things open, right?
A lot of things open. Nolan,
yeah. Nolan, Bruno, still open. Priority, we see that so often now. All right, there's the Nolan. So is this Bruno right away?
1-1.
Or 1-1.
I mean, looking at how Onic plays, because we got to talk about Carvey as well. Carvey so far is really playing for his team. So having someone like a 1-1 might be beneficial, where you can join in a lot of those team fights. But when you have a Bruno, it's all about the tempo. You want to get as much turrets as you can before the opponents scale up.
I mean, so they could give up the 1-1 as well. They're going to go for the Valentina instead, could give it up, and then still pick up the Diggy later because it resets the weakness points. So if Fly Solo is thinking that deep, right, which we have seen in draft, very particular, we haven't seen him get pushed completely against the wall yet, and this is definitely going to be the series that does that.
Right now the question is, how good has the Valentina been in first pick situations? Because I do feel like at this point, it is a player-based kind of thing, where some players, they do so well that the first pick Valentina is definitely worth it, where other teams are like, other things are more prio.
Yeah. You know, not only that, but, you know, speaking of that, let's see what these two picks are going to be. It looks like it is the Kadita Fredrin. Interesting first picks for Onic so far, but going back to that point about Valentina, I feel like when you look at it historically throughout M5, even back in the wild card, the thing that made the difference was, of course, who the player was,
don't make noise.
how aggressive or calculated they were.
All right, chat. Sorry, I had to get some water. Some water. Now, first 3 bans from Onic. Faramis, Guinevere, Nolan. Faramis ban, understandable. Sunset Lover is really good on Faramis. Sunset Lover, the first pick on Valentina. Honestly, Sunset Lover is a really good mage in general. I'm very curious to see Sunset Lover versus San. San's probably one of the best mages right now in general. Like, I would say San's definitely better than Few. Few is like a consistent one, but Sans can go above and beyond.
No, you're completely right. You're completely right. Now,
Terizla, Bruno. Some pretty standard picks here. Nothing really is too special.
1-1 with the Kadita out because you can at least kind of get away from that knockdown.
Pretty solid, pretty solid.
You know, a little bit of the CC coming from the
Actually,
veteran.
the Kadita is a bit of a normal pick. Onic really likes the Kadita. I think they're the only team who's really pulled it out throughout M5 so far.
High chance.
I do agree, and at this point as well, we got to look at the.
Why is everyone wearing masks? COVID. COVID is really bad over there, apparently. Everyone had COVID, is what Zane said. everyone has had COVID over there. Well, not everyone, but a good chunk of people. Apparently. It's like rampant with COVID.
Massive damage. But again, it's like you said, Naisu, I completely agree. You gotta be aggressive. You can't be passive. You can't be waiting on the opponents to do something.
Okay, yeah, loser goes to the lower bracket. It's not knocked out, but loser's gonna have to go versus the winner of Fireflux. Actually, I don't really know what the lower bracket looks like right now. Oh, Zane should be doing an interview between games. Is what he said today for today's games. Diggy ban from Onic, understandable. It's not Sawover if he doesn't have the Diggy.
Can we take a moment here?
Devu's drums. That is not Onic drums.
Devu has drums?
They're all the way
Damn.
down there, and we're all the way up here.
For once, there's drums against Onic.
We're wearing headsets. We're like...
I have to listen to LaFell?
We're like 11 foot tall.
Wow.
Well, at least I am.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm trying to catch
You
a little
guys are
bit.
like, what, 9.5?
LaFell's the tallest caster.
Yeah, he is. Well, no. I think you already said I was like 7 foot tall.
Just now when I was standing, I was actually...
Loser Brand versus Geek Faces. See you soon.
That's true.
Minotaur getting banned here. What do you think?
Why were you on your knees?
Yeah, no, because, you know, if the camera was on and I was
Minotaur ban from Devu. Nice, nice. So most likely gonna be Sans on the Kadita. I'd be surprised if it ends up being Keyboy, but there's a chance.
Oh, yeah.
For second band, high chance. After that,
Wait,
we still
Hi.
need.
I'm
wait,
looking.
what?
What?
Onic is not the best
I'm
pick for
streaming.
Onic, but it could be interesting here because Boots is a setup kind of guy, right?
Here
She
we go.
won't talk to me.
Imagine
5-man
final slash.
or 5-man penalties. We've seen it.
We have.
Boots has done it. Trex, you
We have.
casted for that one.
It's true. It's true.
Hey, he's been
Maybe the
imagining.
line-
I've never had a conversation with Jenna. I'm not gonna watch party with him.
Anything that's divey,
Like,
I
for
feel
a
like
friendly
lot of
term,
people
sure,
go
but I talked to him, like,
Varlock
once.
He wants to jump in.
It's even weirder for me than Zane. At least Zane's done an interview with him.
I mean, we don't see a lot of glue. Oh, Khalid? Joe getting banned out, so
We're getting banned.
what if they're just like, yo,
Ni hao,
boy, you
chicken.
want the,
Ni hao.
Kadita?
Ni hao, ma.
This is the scary thing about Onic. It can be done.
Yeah, the flex.
Like, probably not, but Keyboy
Okay,
has
Chow
to
ban. Take away from Keyboy. That's fine too.
It's not often.
Oh, the signature. Well, not even a signature. You're taking away the deer off from Kid Bomba. How dare you, Boots? How dare you, Boots? 64% win rate. Damn. On the EXP. Like mostly EXP deer off. Onic did play jungle once.
I think Devu has to pick up the Tigreal here, but it's kind of tough too because Kadita's hard to get with that.
Yeah.
1-1's hard to get with that.
Bro thinks he's Bomba. Do you got? Is the casters really that quiet? They're gonna get louder in game, you guys. Like, they always get louder in game. In draft, is they're talking normally, and then they start to raise their voices as the game gets more hype. So I don't want them to be like too loud, you know.
They're picking up
A
Dodge,
Kai?
So I would say this is just a matchup against the Kadita.
It's
as
not too
well as
bad. It's a
the,
pretty good versus Wayland actually. She can't escape the pin. It just depends on how good
I would
Right,
even
sure
say
can play it.
that might not be bad.
Always on the way.
Matilda
going for
support.
Matilda, yeah.
Yep.
All right, and I'm also just kind of thinking here.
Now what is? I think Keyboy. Yeah, Keyboy gonna play. They might go Kaja. Kaja Kadita is a very strong. Oh no, they banned Kaja. Wait, they firstly banned Kaja. Damn.
Especially early game.
Kaja, Fanny,
You
and
can layer
Joy.
that with the penalty zone, right? You can still zone out with the heavy spin, which we see a lot
So
of.
we can't go Chow. Minnow, Kufra? Kufra seems like one of the better options left. Or are they gonna go like some support pick like Raph? But Raph really isn't too good with Deeroff. Probably just Kufra. There's no way they'll play Franco.
I feel like the Akai does very well against the Fredrin. I think it's like one of the few answers.
Oh, it is gonna be a. Wow. Huh.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
Called it. This is
That is interesting. So they're putting Keyboy on their own Kadita, and they're gonna have Gord Mage with Sans. Huh. Kadita Rome. Kadita Rome's, I think, a solid pick.
It's your fault.
But
No matter what the predictions
the
say,
Gord Mage is interesting.
I gotta say,
Oh, wait,
Onic.
we haven't shown our predictions.
Yeah, where did they go?
Predictions? Can we get those real quick, please?
Never mind. We're gonna go in game first. We're gonna
Maybe
make it
next
into a surprise. Tracks before we go. Into the
Okay.
game, what do you think about the draft?
So Onic,
Honestly,
not a
like
very
Devu. I
heavy
think
team
they have a
fight
lot of
comp.
movement. They feel
Seems like
clean.
very pick
Onic, the
oriented,
Kadita pick is definitely
and
a little
Devu is a
spicy.
very like team
Kadita
fight,
has a very
stay together type of
low
comp.
win rate, low pick
Now,
rate,
by
hasn't
going the
really been
Kadita
picked a
Rome,
lot,
you're forcing a
but
Bruno,
if it's gonna be on a
and
certain side,
maybe
wait, was
Val
that
to go
Rome?
Purify.
Was that
Depends
Keyboy?
how
Did he
confident Sunset
That's
Lover
what
is.
I've been saying, man. We're
Because like
jumping
does the
into
prime two
last
targets
one.
for the
Well,
Keyboy for Keyboy.
Flew under the radar for me.
Like I
So by
said,
doing
that's
that,
why I said
it's
during the draft phase, man, this
a
is
lot
about
easier to do
Onic.
pick picks because they don't have the flicker for mobility. It's just purify. So late game picks will be a lot easier, but the early mid game it'll be a lot harder to try and force the Kadita to work.
Okay, so
yeah, double purify on Bruno and Val.
They're bringing aggression, and the thing about Devu is they like to
The
slow
thing,
down
like,
aggression.
Akai's very good versus Kadita though, is the thing. You can very easily cancel the Kadita ult with the pin. Of course, Kadita will be forced to one and ult.
We're gonna lock in the level for Kadita. We're gonna bring in all these things to
Wow,
really
Keyboy
try to
is so
bring
patient with this.
as quick as possible.
He could have killed Keyboy right there, but it's really not worth the time. He did delay him by a lot. Because Keyboy canceled his TP early there. He didn't go back. So if he jumped on Keyboy right there with Petrify, he would have taken quite a bit of damage. Who was doing quite a bit of damage to Kid Bomba. I don't know why Bomba's just tanking those autos. He could have pulled the minion back a little bit. But I guess because he wanted to like hold it for the wave.
But also a lot of this.
I don't think the minion would have moved up though if he just moved back just a tiny bit.
Onic is kind of scary early on, right? Especially knowing once that
Oh no.
comes in.
Sans bowling top a little bit. Carvy's probably not gonna get that minion up though. Dude, this XP priority is just so like huge. The pin goes off, but Kyrie doesn't have 4. Gets pushed under tower. Kyrie looks like he's gonna fall. Okay, Kyrie's already dead. They didn't do the pin. No pin though for Magister. So very key that Onic might just go rush the turtle because there's no pin.
Something to note as well. Magister was level 4. Kyrie was level 3.
I don't know how Kyrie what happened? Why was Kyrie still level 3? How was his clear that slow? I mean, maybe it's just a Fredrin nerf. That's why I don't pick him much anymore. His clear is just that bad.
Potential mishaps that can happen with Onic on this draft.
I mean, as long as it's, I mean, Kyrie, yes, you don't want your jungler to go down, but Kyrie.
They are rushing the turtle. I think this is a misplay to rush the turtle. I think the best thing to do will be have a roam to pull the turtle to make sure Onic can't do it, and then have Akai just clear his buff and then come back, and then wait until he gets his pin back. But they're gonna force fight here. Ult on the Kyrie. The pin goes off. If it actually did come back. Wow. Kyrie's gonna fall. Keyboy falls. Boots with the flicker over the wall. Tries to dash back. Boots? What are you doing? Okay, Boots just dead. 4-0 for Devu over Onic. Wow. I'm behind. Yeah, I didn't times 2 yet. Fantastic. I don't know what Kai cooldown guys. So like, I may sound like an idiot. I was saying that like he should have waited, but I don't know the exact cooldown. I'm not a Kai player. As long as he had turtle, like he predicted that he would have ult for that turtle. So well played amazingly to Magister for that call. I did not think he would have ult back for turtle, but so don't be too hard on me for that one.
All of the equations are crumbling. Boots, the Dairoth, who you want to be aggressive.
But you know, there's been some crazy leads versus Onic before, and they've still managed to come back. So it's not over yet. If versus any other team except Onic, Onic and Brent, I would say this kind of lead is already over. Versus any other team, even Blacklist, when it's a team like Devu. Oh, the pin goes off. Keyboy gets the ult off though. The pin, the Magister, not a great spot. Gets pulled out by Sao though. Great save by Sao. Magister would have been a really bad spot if CW Inspire ulted. Okay, quick chat blocks. All right. I think those are players blocking emotes. I'm pretty sure, by the way. Chat. It shows that because it's the players like the blocking emotes. I guess so they won't get tilted.
But CW is there to back it up. Now the other question is,
I actually never had that problem with emotes. I don't know how it bugged people so much. For me, I just like auto-tune it out. But some people get super upset at emotes.
I think definitely assert dominance as much
or like good game spams. I just tune it out.
Come into this thinking that you might not have a good early game, and now that they do, they need to keep up the pressure,
Keyboy misses the 1-2 combo. It's just gonna get bursted down. Seems like a free turtle for Devu now. Kyrie may opt for the steal. No, he's not even gonna try. It's smart of him to not even try though. I think Onic probably loses this game though, genuinely, because I don't like the Keyboy roam. Like I said at the start of the game, Kadita roam is just very. I mean, it can work, but you need a set tank for Gord to really work. How is Gord going to get consistent damage off on someone? Is my question. That's like my I don't know why, like, you know, type of thing. Although it looks like Keyboy can't do anything, I'm looking at Sans more, where it's like he's not going to be useful for anything until late game tower defense. Pin goes off on Sans. Sans not even had a chance to flicker. Sans just dead. Excellent panda pick, Magister. Amazing. He's been phenomenal on this panda so far. His pins so far have been like 100%, like good value, positive value.
and they're just finding them one by one by one.
And his Matilda is really good for saving anyone who gets caught out by like the Wan, the D-Rod second skill, reduce armor, and like any sort of follow-up, and then like the Kadita burst, or even the Fredrin chain TC. Just overall, excellent counter pick for the entirety of Onyx comp. Salo getting poke bit damage here. Circling Eagle goes off. Nothing really gonna happen though, but it's out.
Still, as they work around this deficit, they work around
6-0 for Devu. 3K gold lead. Almost a basically a 500 gold lead per minute lead.
Has been stopped.
Yeah.
Right? So Onic, how do they deal with this? The
Free top tower for Devu. Probably gonna clear one more wave and then swap. Onic is swapping as well, which is interesting. Yeah, when we don't have your tier 3 tower as a away win, or any marksman in general, it's very hard to walk up for waves. So you can see like Devu topside. Now they're clearing, but they were waiting a few seconds to see if CW would walk up, but they didn't know that they swapped. So that way he has a turret to fall back to.
The locked-in item for the enchanted talisman. Now the interaction should be okay.
Now they're probably gonna swap. I think it's a little too early here. Keyboard with the engage onto Devu. Kid Bomba is gonna fall with a 4-man focus. Burst it down. Onic seems like they want to get this bot tower here. Devu it seems like they want to deny it. Onic cannot get it because Devu is down here. Now even though Kid Bomba is dead, they did use Gord ult and Kadita ult. So it's two big damage sources they just lost. They can still 50-50 this objective with Magister's ult. Salo getting popped down. Has the Lord, not Lord. Armor Park, not gonna matter. Magister with the ult. Can you do anything? Magister gets popped. Boots with the flicker ult. Sentinel ults to get out. All of a sudden, Onic have almost evened up the lead. Oh my lord.
Onic does this. They'll be like, oh, you guys have a chance, you guys have a
Kid
chance.
Bomba did not calculate the whole team being there. It's honestly a shame. That death really sold things for them. And Devu went in a little too early and let them take way too much damage. That Gord ult cooldown is actually really low, surprisingly. They came back for that Lord, or not Lord, Turtle.
You have the Genius Wand there paired up with the true damage from this Gord.
Is Gord's items Genius Wand Lightning Truncheon? There's no way, right? No. No, Ice Pick? I mean, oh my lord. 4-man collapse once more. And the picks go crazy. 2 fall for Devu. So much for this game being over. Onyx pick comp is working gloriously here.
Getting picked off one by one, but once Onyx starts to
as I said in the beginning, where Onyx would excel in the pick comp, the picks. I said late game, but mid to late game.
I gotta say as well, while Nice was talking about the item signs, getting that Lightning Truncheon, it's very special to see how Onic, they have this.
Now Onyx seems to have the tempo here, a little bit of a lead for them. Devu needs to play for these team fights. They're getting picked off way too much.
I don't know, man. Onic, even I don't know how they do it, man. Like, how do you have Boots, who's 0-1, still come in and just unloading damage? Keyboy, who starts the game 0-1, 0-2.
Devu's trying to group up, trying to make something happen, but
it doesn't feel like Deus Valdez doing anything.
Onic just sticking to the side lanes, not walking out too far.
Onic is just kind of outclassing them in some of these team fights.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Onic is just outclassing them right now with positioning, macro.
Should they move as a team as well? Because I see that
losing that lead is very bad for Devu.
One thing that they're doing well is
with Onyx pick style comp, giving them a tempo like the worst thing you can do. If you have map control, it'd be very hard for Onyx to pull off their comp, unless you overextend, which, you know, Bomba kind of did. Lord resets. Now the Lord dance begins.
I kind of feel like at this point, they got to focus on Keyboy as well as Sans.
There is no good ult for the Valentina, unfortunately, here. So it's kind of her just waiting to just scale up and do damage. Getting kind of poked out by Sans quite a bit here. Magister! It's poked out, half HP, goes back. Wait, doesn't get the ult, but it's not going to matter. Keyboy concealed. Isn't going to do anything, though. Looks for something. Magister. Before your penalty zone goes off, Magister quite low from the Gord damage. Kibamba quite in the middle of the team right now. Who's going to the Lord? Hit Magister gets it! Kibamba falls. Who else will fall? Salo and Carby trying to rest the run here. But wow, 1 for Lord. Phenomenal for Devu. Only losing 1 there makes it so worth it. Losing 2 or more for Lords is never worth it. Only 1 is great. That was, I think Kari was knocked up. I want to rewind there while I have the chance. Because that Lord did not get retreat for a bit there. So right here, yeah, the Lord knocked up Kyrie. What unfortunate timing. He tried bonking and getting the retreat off, but the Lord knocked him up. It was kind of like that was just a free retreat for Magister. Kyrie was so focused on the Lord, he didn't notice the backup.
He's able to secure probably possibly one of the most important objectives right now.
What is interesting as well for Kai here for Magister, he has to zero late to make sure that he's topped up on mana.
This Lord though seems like it might go down for free. They're trying to stop it here. Collapse from Devu goes off here. Kyrie caught a bad spot here. 1 HP. But the ball off on Saul and he dies. Sunset little 1 HP. Uses the Kadita ult. A flank though from Magister. Pin CW. Keyboy quite low as well. CW is not done. The nature. Everything's going wrong for Devu. Keep on with the ult. Gonna kill CW though. Kyrie quite low. Does not have the Appraiser's Wrath. 1 HP, but it's gonna fall. It's only Bomba. Bomba versus the world. Bonk. And Devu gets wiped out. Sheesh. Hey, Mirko. Onic with the fucking 5 for 3. I'm actually gonna rewind through that fight because everyone's dead anyway. Because that dead skip a little bit here. So it did look like a collapse onto Kyrie and CW. Kyrie's taking a lot of damage, but he got the Appraiser's Wrath off before he died, which popped Salo. Keyboard got the ult off, so he got to get out. He did Petri onto Sunset, did half a Sunset's HP. Boots with a bit of engage too, but kind of killed himself with that. Magister had a phenomenal pin, but look at CW, Wind of Nature. As soon as Kyrie autoed it, he got the maximum value Wind of Nature. Because he waited for Kyrie right before he autoed. Look at this. He doesn't win yet. But the Brutal Ball flies through the air. Right now. Brutal Ball on the screen. And then he Wind of Nature's. The maximum value. Tanks that whole thing. Was amazing.
CW as well, because we gotta talk about how Akai's heavy spin works, because there are portions where you can use your skills, and what CW used with the Wind of Nature, and that was enough to keep him surviving against Karbi.
Nothing's happening anyway in the main game. Mr. Boombastic, maybe thank you, I appreciate it. So now Onic definitely has a tempo lead in their hand with that full wipe. Keep with the conceal. Not gonna look for anything though. Karbi might go for the spot tower. They just realized that all Onic is topside. Keyboy getting quite bursted low here.
As he is now, everybody getting a position for the objective.
Salasakovia really doing work. I'm looking at Kid Bomba as well as Magister, but more importantly, Saul. Saul can bring someone straight onto Sans, but the positioning coming in from Kyrie.
Bit of lore dance. Sans the ult, a little bit of interesting ults. Now, Gord ult's actually not that long of a CD. I thought it was longer, so he'll have it back within under 20 seconds. Which this lore fight will definitely, you know, last longer than that.
Consistently attacking those side lanes. They just send Carvey over to take the tier 2 in the bot side.
Keyboy in a great position here.
Helps them hang on to this game and push it to the lake.
Bomba Magister are going to clear it. Lord, 16k. Oh, the Gordo comes back. Solid 1 HP. Boots with the ult, but gets cancelled. Still has it. Boots. Getting it. Flicker ultimate. Get Bomba on the CW. Boots. The little ult goes off though. With the trunch. A little too early. CW just going to spam it. Bomba falls. But the crossbow tang wears off. Magister still has his ult. Is going to use it to knock away Kyrie. And it's a free Lord for Devu. Kyrie could not contest that. He knew it's no point to even try to contest when the Akai has the heavy spin. Sans ulting the Luluf here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Gord did not go Genius one. I don't know what I'm talking about Genius one earlier. So Book Trunchin with Ice Queen glowing. Probably gonna get Divine last item.
You only normally see from the likes of Blacklist, AP Bren, Onic,
Bomba the Goat.
Whoever, top S tier teams, right?
It was a really nice ult from Bomba. It was lucky that Boots flickered into it, because he was going for CW, obviously. Boots flickering into it was just like nice. But it was all, you know, what am I saying? It's all part of Bomba's plan. Now, I hope Devu wins, even though I think Onic probably wins this series, but I just want to see more games of this. I want to see the most amount of games of this matchup possible. So I hope Devu, you know, can take this game. Top inhib getting quite low. About a fourth quarter of a health left.
They're able to bait out a lot of key skills coming in from Onic, and then once they use that, they find that window to strike.
Okay, Karbi, not a lot of mana. It's probably Bruno if you spam your skills. Kid Bomba almost got Doe on there, but great save from Salo.
This is a lot of checking here with the kit that Onic has.
Now, Gord really excels in defense. Like, tower defense, when the Lord's pushing, phenomenal. Especially when he has this low cooldown build that Sans has. With the Book and Lightning Trunch. Carby gets ulted by Sans. Like, see how fast his ult's coming back? He's just using it whenever. He doesn't need to hold on to it. Look at that damage dealt from Sans.
Look at the damage dealt from Sans.
That's my boy.
Literally almost double of what Sunset Lover's doing. CW falling right after that, but into the late game, right?
Now, they did first pick the Val, so you can't really predict what ults you're going to get. But there is not a lot of great ults for Val. The best ult, I would say, is probably Gord ult. But Sans is positioning so well to where he doesn't have the opportunity to grab the Gord ult. So now he's just opting for the Keyboy's ult. It's probably just for escape maneuvers because he has Purify. So if he gets Zovan, he can just Purify, use Keyboy ult to get out of whatever situation he's stuck in.
So they need to be careful about CW and keep tabs on him.
Now the key here will probably be side lane management. So we're forcing Onyx comp. Oh, Sans immediately flickering out, not giving an opportunity for Magister to jump on him with a retry.
What is Devu going to be fighting for? Because if they keep fighting for the Lord,
it's nice watching the best of the best play and when they use their spells, because they'll use it very early. You know, you might think they wouldn't greed it or wait for later, which is a common mistake a lot of people do. Is like they wait until they really have to use it. But in a situation where one death can mean, you know, win or losing a game, you have to just go out, just run, you know.
So if they can utilize the fact that Sans might be pressured, right, to either cut the Mystic Gust short or even get the kill, Devu is going to have a high favor in this Lord dance as they go ahead and get
a lot of people, me? Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Looks like Kyrie is able to leash the Lord to the side. Oh. Sans, we saw that.
What
was a
was
mistake.
that?
This Devu, is Devu going to use this mistake? Are they going to use this window?
Again, no flicker,
Devu's fault.
Available for Sans. That is a big resource gone.
Side lane for Devu, I think, is pushing bots, albeit slowly. So they don't have to worry about it. Top lane is pushing a little bit against them. They should reset this and let the mid wave push. Or they're going to let Sans catch it anyway. I think the positioning for Devu, look how scrunched up they are. Whenever, like, I don't think this is a good positioning at all with how close they are. Kibal with the ult on the boots only though. 50-50 is going to be here. Kyrie gets it though. Carby in 1v1 versus Keyboy kills Keyboy. Crossbow tank goes off from CW. Salvo's going to fall as well. From the flicker from boots. Dude, like, that's what it was. They should have reset it. They didn't have any ground there. They didn't have any pressure. It was sort of just a half-assed attempt at trying to get that Lord. Just hoping Magister can get the 50-50. But Kyrie, as long as he's in the pit, even if he gets pinned, he's not going to die. Carby, though, when the nature goes off, gets haunted, has no Purify, he's going to die. Is this your hit? Sunset Lover only. And Magister to defend. They still have a cannon near that top wave right there. They have to kill that. Magister does have the retry. Sunset Lover with the ult. The wave will die, I think. Yeah, instead. So Cino getting the Poco. Kibamba is up, has the flicker ult. Might be forced to use it here just to save the base. No, Onic does not commit for the base. Oh, Magister gets picked off. Force Kibamba with the further ult. Solid the circling eagle. The suppression goes off for Kibamba. Kibamba falls. It looks like it's over. Sawa falls as well. Sunset Lover trying to go in for a final attempt engage, but he's gonna fall with the Winter Trunch. And game one goes to Onic. Bro. I mean, like, wow. Onic's just too good, man. Onic is just too good. You would think watching that first 2 minutes that it was so doomed for Onic, but they just play it so phenomenally. So phenomenally. Whenever Onic plays, it's always like an absolute outclass when they win. Like, you think they could make a mistake, and then it's like, oh, it's a pretty bad mistake, and then they just completely cover up that mistake with an with just a phenomenal out macro, outplay, out micro. That game was honestly, really close, which is why it sucks. Because when you're on that stage, in my opinion at least, sometimes it's better to just get stomped with an obvious reason as to why you lost, rather than have a lead, throw that lead, and then lose. Because the latter is a lot more taxing on your mental, because you beat yourself up for it. When there's an obvious reason you lose, you can mentally blame that reason instead of yourself. Unless it's like a player that just throws, you know, and just like everyone blames that guy instead. But mentally, Devu not in a great spot right now. Casting last 2 days of knockouts. Nice, Mirko.
would say still, looking at how they play, Devu has a very good chance here. Because I feel like...
Are you there watching live, Mirko?
Like,
or are you just like backstage or something?
And we gotta look at the
Probably watching live. I remember seeing you in the background of the camera during the yesterday's series.
Could have gone to anyone, but
Kyrie.
it's going over to Kyrie.
Who did Kyrie really deserve MVP that game? Honestly, it's really hard to name an MVP from Onic that game. All of them just outplayed him. I'm gonna leave the venue right now. I'm gonna stream to Kyrie reaction, some shit. All right. Have fun with that.
I think what really earns him the MVP here is
Wish I could go.
Last Lord, yeah.
But,
like everybody played decent. It wasn't their greatest game.
First MVP from Kyrie? Is it now?
The moment when it mattered, Kyrie did finally.
CW's MVP? Honestly,
that was,
I think CW kind of deserved it too.
This is why in those,
CW played that phenomenally.
And
as a win-win, okay, honestly, it should be CW. Now that I think about it, as a win-win without a set roamer, if you really think about it, I'm saying that over and over a lot, but win without a set roamer is very, very hard to pull off. A lot of win-wins just get like a Kaja, a Kufra, a Minotaur, to just do free knockups to get free ults. But CW just had phenomenal positioning to play safe, not get picked off, and outplay.
Onic wants to bring this early game aggression, but Devu catch them off guard, securing 4 kills
Man,
within the first.
They were doing so good. That one death from Bomba really turned around the game.
Start to really turn around and go back into the
Bomba, you're better than this. Come on.
CW finally comes online, gets a couple items in, but Madstore helps Devu hang on by stealing the first Lord of the game.
Man, that went to nature.
Again,
was so good.
That fight. They're at a deficit, but CW keeps such great distance here, able to consistently outrun.
If Devu won, I would have given the MVP to Bomba, our Magister, but they did not.
He knows in a bad spot here. He wants to try to force it, but still ends up going down.
Honestly, I'm
still
Bomba. Thinking about the final fight where Sans used a lot of abilities. He already used the Flicker. He already used the Mystic Gush.
Or Bombos.
And yet still somehow...
The Drought didn't work. The Drought didn't really do much. It was mostly like just an overall team outplay. Honestly, like I don't think it mattered. I don't think it mattered what Boots picked this game. They would have won just because how the other forward played.
That's the thing about it, right? A lot of times when that Gord is
Keyboy, all he did this game was stall out Karvi, which was like still a really good move for the roam to be able to buy as much time as he did versus Karvi. Was great.
We see the struggle to get the crossbow of Tang off, right? Because teams kind of play around that. But this time, CW had airtime all the time, it seemed like, in every single fight. But again, great performance here for Onic to adjust from that deficit they had early game.
I would say it's fine. Now that I'm looking at the emblem set here, Sans having that cooldown, and he has the Enchanted Talisman as well, make it so that he could spam that Mystic Gush, even if he like used it early. It's like, guys, it's fine. It will come up very soon.
And it did come, like in that game when he accidentally, I don't know what happened there, but when it did happen, he literally had the green dot up, I feel like in another 15, 20 seconds, nothing at all. Overall, I mean, just from that game, it shows Devu got almost every objectives, 2 out of 3 turtles, 2 out of 3 lords, but Onic just finds that one. They consistently held the gold lead from about, I want to say
Sunset Lover might be the faker. What? Sunset Lover! Honestly, like, he didn't do too much that game. He did good as a Valentina, but when you're playing Valentina and you don't have a good ult to take, it really plummets the value of that pick. And since it was their first pick, it's a shame how much value was lost, because the Onic just drafted really well. You would look at Onic's draft and think, it's not a great draft, but it mostly focused on picks and not giving Valentina a good ult to take. Dude, I never like Harvey on the Bruno, man. I never like Harvey on the Bruno. CW was robbed? Yeah, this is kind of like a CW MVP looking like. But at the same time, Kyrie hasn't gotten an MVP yet, so I think CW did get an MVP versus Black, I believe. At least one series.
It worked so well. And then, of course,
I
you
remember.
overlap that too with Boots. He played the Dyroth, who has kind of risen back up here, and it worked well with CW.
Most definitely. I think it worked well. I think there was obviously a little bit of issue. I think the main thing is Devu focused very hard on a Kyrie there. They came into the XP lane a lot, but what ended
Dude,
up
I
being
just
one of the
never
biggest issues for them
see
was CW.
Oh yeah.
And I
Kyrie
think
pop off
that,
on the Bruno.
As we move into the next game for them, it needs to be a focus for them. They have to maybe point some eyes up there, not let CW just have a free game.
Let me just say as well, I would like to apologize to everyone because I like my acoustic nature took over. Because I remember Kyrie.
So with 100% participation, yeah. See like a team of viewers black? Yeah.
Are you
And then my acoustic part.
All right, 2 minutes.
Hey.
Okay.
Maybe they
It's
got
the
it.
song
Bo
of my
Reed.
people.
Maybe they got it.
It's the song of my people.
What is? I got
Man,
it.
Reed.
Well, you got to see if Miracle actually decided to do
You got to
it
be
that way.
better than great.
Hey, LaFell, you are better than great because you got the
best
award, the
talent.
recent award.
When I get back to Malaysia, I'm gonna top up on my meds. Don't worry, guys. I'm fine. I'm great.
Man, Reed. If you guys have appreciate very much, like the stream, sub as well, all the good stuff.
It means I'm okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't even know that.
It's like, how
'cause
are
you're
you?
not
I'm
fully Asian, right?
I'm-
We get
I'm
game
half
5, bro. I really hope so.
I'm Gwenchana.
All right,
China.
we're getting.
I hope we get a
I'm
game
even saying
5.
it all white like for you guys.
Thank you.
Gwenchana.
You know who's not win China?
Who's not Gwenchana?
Devu right now.
Dude, here's the thing. That was an amazing game. Can we get our predictions on
Dude,
board here? Because
yeah, that was a really good game for both teams. Mostly Onic, but still, like, Devu really was shining towards the beginning of the game. But I think they got too complacent.
No, because
They're too ahead, like, confident in their lead, and it didn't go good
telling
well.
a story.
All right, my food is here. I'm gonna get it really quick. Right back.
And
I
feel
ordered
like the
food.
story is complete when the audience doesn't know who we're voting for. But you know what? I'm gonna give them time.
We didn't even see the audience predictions. So they didn't get to speak from the heart.
The audience couldn't speak from the heart, but
We didn't. The
Right now,
audience-
we have. I'm gonna give the production a chance. We're gonna see a video. If I'm not mistaken, this is a jungler ranking video, so we're gonna see how the teams rank each other's junglers.
I'm MP the King. Today I'm rating some of the junglers in M5.
I think I will put Kyrie in S because he plays so good right now.
Kyrie, no explanation. At the top.
I put Kyrie in S because best jungler for me. He is a mechanical player.
Kasi kedua saya dapat Kyrie ya guys. Kyrie saya tak sini. Atasnya. Sebab dia betul kan?
Eu estou com o Kyrie. Isso aqui não tem nem explicação. Olha aqui. Kyle from Bren. Why no Century? S. I think it's the best jungler. Kyle çizi varmış. Rotasyonunu beğeniyorum. Ama o yüzden S'e koyuyorum. GB. GB in S because he is so strong and in Scream he always punish me.
Okay.
He always
Oh,
from TP,
they're doing a tier
so-
list here.
At the floor.
Chibi, he always recalls spammy, so on the floor. That's funny.
Kendimi A'ya koyayım.
I think I will put myself here.
Hades. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know if this is so F.
Everyone's just rating themselves
MP.
Fs.
Oh, this is my era. I'm so pressured this moment, so
Also,
Why is everyone rating themselves F? Goddamn.
saya tak sini.
Who is this? Okay.
Let me just say, thanks for putting GB at S, and then even Kyrie put himself at F. That's the kind of mentality that he has. Like, no matter what I'm doing, it's not.
Please like the stream if you guys haven't already. For sure, much to do. Mr. Boombastic said more gifted subs. Get my gifted memberships at 500 likes. So please like if you want a chance at winning.
being self-deprecating, you know? Like, that's how you always push forward.
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning, you look in the
I
mirror, and
hate
you're like,
myself.
I suck.
That's what
That's
I
what I
tell
do every
myself.
day.
I do that to my mirror,
Bomba
and it always
Giat.
scares me when it talks back.
The Bomba yeah.
It's like the opposite, guys. You're supposed to look in the mirror and words of
Wait,
affirmation.
Is that real?
Either way, right now, leaderboard update. Kyrie has surpassed Haji, and he's
Bro,
now
this is
ranked
a
6
lot
in
of
total
food for
kills.
$20,
In that series,
damn.
Kyrie would say this is why I'm at F.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys what I
I'm not
got.
number 1.
Yeah.
It's just 20
I'm
bucks.
just number 6.
A, B,
Well,
C.
in the US, this honestly is a lot of food for 20 bucks.
It's all four total.
But
all coming together.
here, I'll show you guys.
Foreshadowed.
Yep.
Maybe even
Here, I'll show you through my
flashback.
phone camera because it's not gonna look as good.
there's been
From,
some talk, right? Like, you know, Kyrie's amazing.
the Elgato camera.
We heard that.
Or, yeah, the Elgato camera.
But, like, I feel like he's, like, in terms of...
Wait, order DoorDash or
team
Uber Eats?
right now, like, from series to
DoorDash,
series,
because I have Dash Pass.
everybody else right now is, like, really shining. Kyrie is kind of taken a step back a little bit. Yes, he's still on point with the retributions, but mostly it's not like this flashy,
it's not.
you know, peak Kyrie gameplay, for example. Like, there's been an adjustment here, I feel like, in the strategy of some of the play style
here you go.
for Onic.
So it's like, this is coleslaw, you can't see it. There's macaroni and then a big chicken sandwich. This is my hand, by the way. So, it's a lot of macaroni.
Everyone, wear sunglasses because these players are shining bright like a diamond.
It's chicken, hot, spicy chicken sandwich, and then macaroni, and with like a coleslaw, and then it's like a sauce.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Honestly,
Sorry.
I might wait until the series is over, or actually, I'll wait till this game is over before I start eating, because it looks like it's gonna get messy, and I don't want to start eating right now and then get like messy. I have to wash my hands and everything. So I'm gonna first.
Yeah, that's gonna work as we jump into the draft here. Game number 2. Let's see how they adjust. Once again, I would agree with both drafts previous game, but Onic was able to flip the script in that one. So how are the adjustments going to be made? They're on the blue, Devu on the red.
All right, so Devu's going to choose red side this time. Yesterday, the stats did get a little skewed, but blue still seems
Handpicked
to
for
be the
free.
favorite, but Devu, I think,
What the
wanted
fuck?
that 2-pick bounce back. Bans looking a little bit different already. Onic banning out the Minotaur early on, to whereas last game that was
Cannibalism.
not even on the list at all for them.
Onic banning out AoE protection here from the.
Especially play like 25 bucks set. Yeah, I mean like this it's yeah. It's pretty good for where I live in Illinois.
Maybe they want to play
Chicagoland area. 20 bucks for this kind of food.
Or just want to try to slow
If
down.
I'm wrong, just tell me I'm wrong.
Okay,
I
camera.
control my
You're not
emotions.
wrong.
I
Coach
just
Yeb.
never know. Coach Yeb's
Yeb.
that good.
No.
He's that good. Come on, man. He's that good.
I never know,
What
man.
you say earlier, he just shows up with the phone. you know, it's funny.
Brutal ban for Onic. I don't know why they're banning Kyrie's Bruno.
In terms
He doesn't
of,
look
like,
too hot on it.
Yeb and Fly Solo's
What,
heads.
no, like, what do they bring?
Oh.
Like
We saw-
most banned picks or
Yeah.
something for them. Like what's their most common
what's their
bans?
No,
equipment?
what's the equipment they bring?
How old
to-
is Magister if he was an M3? Oh, no, it was Salo and Sunset Lover that was an M3, not Magister. What am I
Brought
saying?
a piece of paper.
Okay,
I-
Mr. Matt brought a
if I'm-
singular piece of paper.
If I'm a coach, I'll bring a PC.
A whole PC.
I'll set it up.
You know what Leo
I'll
would
even
bring?
have
Leo would
router
bring a
then.
tablet.
Leo would bring a tablet.
Yeah.
That's why I'm better than
Fanny
you.
open? Yeah, they didn't ban the Fanny this time. Interesting.
I will-
Nothing. He's got a brain.
We'll bring
Will
a
Onic
good
risk the Fanny pick though? I don't know.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
Right?
Every time Wolf
Right?
travels, he brings so
The
much.
WAN is actually open. They might first pick the WAN. No, Frederick first pick.
He'd bring a guest.
Why is
Either way,
Onic
this
putting
whole
so much
betting on
priority on the Frederick? That is actually like a really good question to me. They're putting a lot of priority on this Fred.
As well as the Bruno and first picking.
I feel like this is months ago. Like we've taken 3 steps back in the meta. Frederick
Rank 6 in all-time M2's assist leaders with 318 assists, surpassing Moon in this series.
Leaders with 318 assists, surpassing Moon in this series.
That's crazy.
I feel like he could have jumped higher if he didn't take those kills when he was playing the Diggy.
That's true. I think he should just first pick Diggy right now.
Okay, no. First picking Diggy is a bit of a stretch, my man. Basha and is that?
What if they do it again? And Boots uses
Okay, there's like 2 lines there. Cooper and Basha's. Angela.
Who knows?
Interesting. We don't see Angela from Devu too much.
But maybe that's why Onic will do it.
That is an
Even if it, for
interesting
example,
pick.
AP Bren, like you never know, they can
Angela.
put it in the mid lane. They've done that.
Yeah, they have done that.
They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Angela. I don't know. We'll see. Angela mid.
Fredrin, the fact
I hope
that you
not,
can
but we'll see.
flex him is kind of
Angela.
scary thing, but most likely, let's just assume.
Honestly, I feel like they should have gotten Wan Wan Angela if they're gonna go for the Wan Wan. Oh, okay. They take Claude.
Look at his
So now, if they want to have a good marksman for Angela, they'd have to grab the Wan Wan here. If not, they might grab the Mage.
Here, by the way,
Shout
I
out to
think.
Mobile Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't hear us in the audience. It's the Takala broadcast. But either ways, showing the Valentina, at least we know it's not mid. At least we know it's not Sans on this Frederick. But now having the Angela, I personally do still prefer Angela roam rather than Angela mid, because sometimes it feels like not enough damage. Maybe even a Lilia.
How are you learning from Moa Fred? Taking after him.
Lilia's been a monster. I think it would fit
You're
very
a
well.
monster.
You're a monster.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lilia, talk about Lilia.
You threw him off his
It's a
point,
great
man.
pick. It's a great pick. That's all.
Brody.
It's so easy for me because I just have to say like 2 words, you interrupt me, and then.
Harvey
it
has
makes
done
the
better
destiny,
on
'cause,
Brody
you know, normally
compared
I
to
do
other
play over,
heroes,
so I'm
his
over
other
here, I'm, like,
marksmans.
taking notes,
I'm not
but he
sure, honestly, what his best marksman is,
And I mean that honestly.
but
I'll bring extra mids next.
Brody's good
Next,
for
like, if I
not
had,
really
like,
countering the
someone
claw,
else
but having
right
some
now,
early pressure,
I'd have
some
to talk to him.
contention.
Oh, there's some familiar faces, by the way, in the crowd.
Is
From
that
the
Gideon? No, I'm just kidding.
Is that Gideon?
Oh, sorry.
Kelra, right?
man. Yeah, Kelra.
Yeah, Kelra.
Oh,
had
Kelra.
Max, And
Interesting.
I didn't
Oh,
catch the
take
screen
my
on
notes.
the last one.
Either ways, now thinking of bans here, because for both teams, theoretically we have the junglers. Confirmed we have the gold leaders. So now Deus Wolf, they're banning out the Matilda. At this point, I kind of feel like it's hard to ban against Keyboy. He's shown that if you don't give him anything tanky, he'll take
Is that
something.
Gideon, he said.
Damage.
Like I'm good. Was that the I'm good one?
Terizla ban from Onic. It is one of Kid Bomba's
No,
signature
damage,
picks,
damage.
so no one's surprised.
I'm sorry.
Damage, damage.
Trax
I
is
thought we were
still...
speaking more Malaysian. I'm sorry.
What?
Again,
What?
look at the AoE setups
What?
that's been banned out by Onic. They're still cooking, and I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too,
Yeah,
man.
this is a weird thing to see that Tigreal has now
Tigreal
had
ban.
so much
Interesting.
impact that he's actually banned out.
You want to say something, Trex? I mean,
Tigreal's a monster.
oh, there, right? Cool.
Here's
Cook.
the monster. So, but here's the thing. I feel like those are the things that Devu
Lapu?
kind of wants. They do have
Yeah,
the Angela,
not bad
yes.
here.
I mean, it could be like Rome, but I think most likely it's mid-Angela, right?
Yep.
So they keep on banning out. Like they ban out the Tigreal here. I think it would fit well for them. They get first pick.
Here, I'll try
on the,
changing
you know,
the ad
they
settings,
get first
guys,
pick
if
on
it's that
the
bad.
picks, so what are they going for again? The Matilda's banned out. I feel like they're banning against themselves right now a little bit.
I still feel like
I'll change it.
India is great, but you know what? Nice is great. What do you think?
I want to take a look at the XP lane, right? Because Terizla's banned out, Lapu Lapu. Is that, I don't
Diggy.
recognize.
Oh,
Arlott.
Arlo, as Leo
Arlo.
said.
Arlott.
No.
If Diggy sounded like that, I don't know.
They
what
still
kind
can
of Diggy
flex the
playing. I
Angela.
don't know what
No
voice
yet,
back
no
you
no
have.
confirmation yet. The Arlott is really good versus Claude.
Welcome to the Chad voice back.
Arlott is a very good pick
Everyone's
versus
Chad.
Claude because the final slash can cancel the Claude ult.
Arlo.
Claude ult. What am I saying right now?
It's nothing but
They
like
cancel the Claude ult, and then he can stick on Claude very, very well.
It's nice you voicing them all.
Oh, that works. That honestly works.
Just nice you like hoot hoot.
Mr. Boombastic, they even though they're 10 gifted.
Start.
It's because we hit 500 likes, I think.
You heard what happened to the wild card.
If you guys haven't already, like the stream, appreciate very much if you do. D-Roth pick again from Onic. Honestly, like,
So this is
why
going
didn't Kid
to
Bomba
be
grab the
jungler
D-Roth?
Fredrin,
I mean, like, Arlo's still good,
and
don't
the
get me
last
wrong.
pick
But I'm
here
just
is
curious.
Boomer is gonna be
Chow
Devu.
for Keyboy.
Maybe that's why they ban a
Ooh.
lot of AoE stuff.
Yeah.
Makes it easier for the Cho to pick anyone off.
Now, honestly, there's a bit of a, like, a difference between Chow and Kaja. Or picking suppression heroes. Chow,
Diggy question mark?
Diggy question
like,
mark.
Diggy question mark?
technically has the same use as Kaja in terms of getting picks and whatnot, but
It kind of makes the Diggy much
you can
more weak, and
purify
also
Chow.
with the Angela, do really
you
wanna
might think
be
that's an easy
switching
thing. It's like,
in
oh,
your face?
then just
Do
take
you really
Purify
wanna
and counter Chow. Why would that matter? Like, why would you take Chow then? But if you're forcing the squishies to go Purifies, that means they can't take Flicker. So when you have low mobility mages and marksmen,
Then if she's not dead,
like if it's Angela mid and Brody, who doesn't have a dash but a stun, forcing both of them to go Purify, or even one of them to go Purify,
Yeah, but it's
it makes them a lot easier to kill for the rest of the team. But it's also important to not have too many purifiable heroes so that the Purify gets as least amount of value possible.
definitely.
So that way, me like going off of that,
I mean, I guess you could do either one, Rome, right?
Chow is the only hero, CC hero on the big CC hero. There's Fredrin obviously, but pick CC hero on Onic.
it's only weak.
So if Brody has to go Purify, it's only for Chow, and that if Fredrin gets on Brody, you know,
You have to have a mentality.
Boots gets on Brody, he won't have the option to flicker, only the option to stun and try and run.
No, we gotta break it down.
And it is not Angela mid, thankfully, because they do need the damage from Mage. Sunset Lover Navaria is very, very good.
All right, let's take a look at this.
So let's see how it goes.
comparison. Right now, Onic does
Team
have the
comparison,
better draft
I
by
would
the
say Onic
stats.
certainly has a better draft here. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the Angela, but we'll see. Why do I say Chow? Is it's Cho, right? Cho. I say Chow. I don't know why. Cho.
It's something that can get back to that
Cho.
backside. And you
Chow.
pair that up with the Valentina, it looks like a
Cho.
very rough
I don't like saying
first
Cho. I
5
think Chow
minutes
sounds
to the
more.
side of the
It sounds more
We're
dramatic.
going to
Chow.
Jump into the game where the
You know.
mindset is the key. If you think you're gonna win,
Ciao.
you're gonna win. If the opponent is a problem, pretend.
It's more pizzazz.
Will this Valentina be a problem for this? Ooh.
More racist. Whoa.
Yo, shout out to Merch
Wait.
to Fredrin EXP.
You're up jungle.
I like that even as an anchor,
Wow.
I can call things out.
Interesting.
Who would have thought?
Red EXP, they're up jungle.
They like to switch it up.
How do we feel about the
They did switch it up.
I mean,
So Diroth is pretty good at countering Basha. Second skill making him more squishy.
No, I'm not. Dude, don't lie to the audience.
But Fredrin versus Arlot is not too great.
No, we gotta talk about, to the analysts. What do you think?
Okay, keep going Sans, steal that camp. Not much I can do about it. Kyrie looking to steal his third camp here, pretty huge. But he's gonna opt actually not to go for it as soon as he sees Magister coming down for it. Which is a smart play, Now Magister, they might have saw Kyrie there, so he might just go to his bot jungle. But he's trying to go for the crab, and I think he realizes... Oh, he's realizing too late. He's realizing way too late. Okay, now he realizes that he's going down.
Looking at all those wilderness blessings, they definitely want to try to keep pace at least. I can say that much.
Oh, that 5 HP. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Worst lane clear, I feel like, and it's a bit more dangerous for them to move around.
But Onic is like a camp up for stealing that one right there earlier.
Helpful when Onic tries to maybe attack those side lanes.
Now it's just gonna be waiting until the turtle fight. I don't know how useful Boost is gonna be in this turtle fight. I mean, he has a good amount of CC, but at the same time, it's like you don't have the damage of an XP laner. Normally does. Sawa getting dole on here. Purifies. Dawn, he falls. Exactly what I meant earlier, chat. With the Purify and no flicker, if it's not Keyboy going on you, boom, you're just dead. You're just dead. Exactly what I mentioned earlier. And Keyboy getting zoned off here. Ults. Can he stop him though? Boo's trying his best here, trying zone, but he's getting quite low. Flicker's out. Flicker Fire Slash goes off from Bomba. Magister quite low. Kick goes off from Chiboy. Bomba pulled into the enemy team. Has no flicker to get out here. And he falls. Not a great start for Devu. Magister's also quite low. Might get poked out by Sans here. Resets that camp. That's a smarter play to do rather than just coin flip it versus Sans.
Just the emblem setup. Having the Rupture, you're already having a lot of penetration. With this as an emblem. And then he also has the Fury Hammer. There's quite a lot of damage without committing to full items.
I mean, my main thing is, I wonder if that flex was kind of very last minute.
Devu and Sandy run over. They do go to loser bracket after this, but the thing is they'll have to go over Blacklist, I think.
And that's exactly where they
Later.
Last game, they really
that will be interesting.
They messed it up, right? They get Kyrie
Or
gets
Geek.
caught off guard, but this time,
I don't know the loser bracket matchups right now.
Sunset Lover, and they make that work so well. Look at Sans right now, just completely dominating the mid lane, and watch for Kyrie in the mid bush as well. You can already tell
Already a 1K goalie. Keyboy does not have flicker. Gets stopped. No, dodges the snare. Nice dodge. Doesn't even have to flicker. As in, like, he mutes it. Okay. Not dodge. Wrong terminization.
It's gonna lack a little bit here. They gotta build some time, especially with the Novara. We do know that typically.
Now, this Brody use is not getting its full value at the pick right now. It should be, you know, a little oppressive over Claude. Claude's kind of just free farming. But when the team is losing its tempo, it's kind of hard to make that happen. Harvey did go for the flicker, so Keyboy will be looking for him. Magister, Kyrie, Keyboy the kick. The Angelo goes off, but it's gonna pop Kyrie with the second skill reduced armor. Dude, this game is looking over for Devu. It's looking over for Devu, man. Oh no. Kibamba not a great spot. Boots kind of sticking on him. Oh, Bonk goes off, but it misses. It hits Sunset with the final slash. E-Boy quite low down here. Carvey cannot even get tower plating. He's gonna get one auto off though.
One thing that caught my eye as well.
Carvey probably just gonna shove this next wave. Ooh. CW does resets. Carvey will be able to actually get some plating here. Maybe if he stays. Keyboy is also trying to go bot. Maybe try and stop Carvey from getting any. Carvey chooses to go for the safe reset instead. Which is fine.
What's funny is for a while you would only see Claude 2 up against things like the Fermis, up against some of these very tanky compositions. But Claude has been getting picked left and right no matter what composition. He's been getting favored before
2K gold lead 5 minutes in, yeah. Oh, Sans has the flicker. Forced to use it there. Kyrie is here. Can he get out? No, Bomba. trying to do something happen, but nope. Boots the two-man taunt, has to flicker out. Good team fight. Keyboy! Flicker off on the Kari. Kari go purify. The foul slash goes off. Cancels Keyboy. Solid, not a good spot for ulting. Kid Bomba as well. No flicker. Kid Bomba's gonna fall. 6-0 for Onic. Oh my lord.
Nice try from Deus Volt there, and I love the fact
Phenomenal kick from Keyboy.
Push even when they're at the deficit, but at some point you do have to slow it down. If they keep on trying that,
yeah,
it's going to keep.
Devu is kind of trying to do too much.
Here. I think at this point they need to try to.
You can't force something good out of a bad situation, you know. Very hard to. You'd have to completely outclass an opponent to do that, and you're not outclassing Onic, man.
The damage from Deus Volt is
Keyboy.
if Carby gets targeted earlier, because even though he has the Blade of Heptases, the initial hit is going to hurt. But it looks like still not enough, just because Keyboy is there.
There's no point in taking the Angela. Really none. I don't see why they went for it.
That damage, those plays are never going to matter, and Onic is going to be able to outlast you.
Sunset Lover now having the Lightning Truncheon.
The D-Rock pick is such a good counter pick to Angela. Not like a huge counter, but it makes her so... And you can just shred through the shield because they have reduced armor. All D-Rock has to do is focus whoever gets Angela ulted. And then they don't just get shredded.
This isn't enough right now, right? For the most part, even if Kim Bomba finds the final slash he's looking for, it's kind of
Bomba trying to go on Keyboy. Bit of a stickler. Keyboy has no flicker. Might be in a bad spot here. Angela goes off. Sands with the ult on Keyboy. Keyboy still falls. First kill for Devu. Boots has no flicker. Did not get the taunt off as well. Prince's Wrath goes off. Does not have to kill. Carby did not go for a final auto. Dude, I mean that kill wouldn't even matter much as you're trading if the Onyx is trading that much value out of it.
Because I feel like as a shot caller, it gives you the confidence. No matter how bad the call is, if everyone says, okay,
Sans force the flicker immediately. Magistrate might still go. Chooses not to. The smarter call too. But Kibamba not a great spot. Might fall. Kyrie going in. Kibamba is just gonna fall. He looks so squishy, man. Bomba. He has dominance first item, so he has no HP.
Kid Bomba the sacrifice right now, just consistently getting picked off. He has been making some plays.
Every single R-lot, man. Feeding. It's been like a it's like the new TikTok trend for pros. Feed on R-lot. But man,
I don't know, man.
Hate to see Bomba like this, man. Come on, Bomba. You should have picked the D-Roth. I actually don't know why they didn't go for the D-Roth though. Like a real note.
One of those heroes that
opting for the R-Lot instead of the D-Roth is a little strange. I feel like D-Roth is actually like a priority pick now. He just gets so much priority in the XP lane.
And at what point do you know, I get that sometimes when you're behind, you want to still play.
I don't see how Devu can turn this game around. They like the only late game, hard late game pick they have is the Navaria. The rest of their comp is like okay late game, but they're not meant for late game. Oh, Magistrate, reduced armor, quite low. Bomba with the two-man final slash. Magistrate quite low. Is going to fall. Boots 1 HP, still alive though. Carby flickers out. Is it gonna matter though? Taunt memory goes off. Silence has no flicker to try and kill Kari. Kari is gonna walk out just fine. But just a 1-for-0 trade. Onic further pushing their lead. It does seem like a GG.
I want to say Dismal still has a chance. Just because they have the Novaria. They can clear the waves. They can buy
Sunset and Kari have done the most damage, surprisingly. The damage is on favored towards Devu, but I think it's like mostly on just Boots frontlining, because Boots and Keyboy just two hard tanks. But Devu just getting their HP shredded by the D-Roth, reducing armor.
Just winning out in the long haul. Yes, they're letting them give them some damage, but they're so ahead right now that damage
Squish Bomba
isn't enough to take them down. Deus Volt. First Lord
Keyboy in a flank position here. Might go for Carby. Carby does not have the flicker. Keyboy does not have the flicker as well, though. He's going to wait. He's probably going to wait to see if they can test, which they're not going to. See how Onic doesn't even rush the Lord, chat? They wait until they have full guaranteed. Oh, Keyboy's just dead. Oh, no! Fuck up that, Keyboy! It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're winning the game. They're winning the game. Dude. All Keyboy had to do was just kick. He tried knocking up too. All Keyboy literally had to do there was press kick. But he tried walking up. Keyboy. That's hilarious. I bet Carby knows that too. He's like, wow, this guy really fucked up.
Now the question is, Trex, what does this Volt have to do? How are they going to make sure that they don't lose much more than what they have already lost?
Well, they've been taking these
Yeah,
team fights
honestly, I
very
would be
well.
surprised to lose the high ground.
Even
Whew,
though
8K
they're
goalie
so
for
far
Onic
behind,
in 10
most
minutes,
they've been
almost
losing
10K
is
per minute,
one
or almost
member
1K per
time
minute.
In large scrims, in long-ending scrims, Carvey has
Probably
been
around
positioning
450 per
himself
minute.
greatly. Sunset Lover,
Oh,
as
no,
well.
man,
Sabo
that's
getting the ball
skyrocketing right
and
now.
finding those things perfectly. So I think at this point, if they hang on, and I mean hang on for dear life, Boots maybe overextends at some point, or maybe Keyboy overextends at some point. They find that, they wait for
T-Rex is coping on the works. I mean, Keyboy. Flicker final slash goes off from Sans. 3-man. Carvey with the ult. Magister falls. Keyboy with the kick. Bomb gets canceled by Salo. Or Salo. Carvey. Carvey and Salo doing some work here. Carvey does have the Appraiser's Wrath. Goes off on Boost. Kills Boost. CW. Wow, gets Carvey. Carvey can't even live with the stun. It's just Sunset Lover and Salo to defend. Is that enough?
Happy with the turret on the bottom
Oh,
side.
they don't have waves, so they're gonna chill with that and back off. Yeah, that flicker from CW killing Carvey, man. Absurd.
Yep.
It may not be enough. Let's be real, but it's a step in the right direction. But actually, this time, for real though, I feel like what
Oh,
we should do is not
man.
Final Slash.
See, like, Onic last draft picked a bunch of picks that weren't good for the Val. But now here, you picked Angela, which arguably isn't a great ult. Angela, but like, you picked the final slash for Brody. That's what Sans will grab every single time. But if you went for the D-Roth, that's not a great ult because you don't have the armor shred. Oh, Key with a kick on Magister. Magister gets ulted by the Angela. Kid Bomba going in quite deep. CW does not have the flicker to get out though. Just blazing to it, goes off. Ooh, it's gonna fall from Thor upon memory. Devu actually making this look really fightable despite being a 9K cold deficit. At the same time though, Onic wasn't fully set up there.
One at a time. Eventually.
Well, I guess what T-Rex was coping for Boots to be a little out of position happened.
Like, I just can't. I'm even though they're losing, I'm having so much respect for Deuceful. They're 10K behind, but they're coming out in a fight, not even under their
Yeah,
towers,
that is
but
pretty
they're
insane.
under
10K
their
behind
purple.
coming out on top of a fight is really huge.
Is just a concept.
But I was saying earlier, Onic manipulated the draft where Valentina would have no good ults.
If you don't think you're 10K behind,
But the final slash, I just hate the Arla pick here. If you haven't gotten the message already, I just hate the Arla pick so much from Devu right here.
That's what I told the
But we're already, it can work with a good final slash, flicker final slash. But that's like
maybe it is
relying on something really good to happen for a hero
even though it's the concept
when you should just be trying to go for guaranteed victories. It's kind of like, it's really risky. And as you can see, it's not really paying off here.
Position as earlier. So you're going to keep Magister at bay here. Turtle, our Lord, already going to be secured. They force him back. Devu
Magister with the ults. They can't contest that Lord. 10K gold lead for Onic.
Behind. That number is definitely true here.
Oh yeah, like as much as you want to imagine, it's not real. When it hits you, it does feel like, oh, that feels like a 10,000 difference. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you look at all of the items and how far ahead Onic
And probably
really
endable.
is. I mean,
I'd be
literally
surprised if they don't end here.
nobody on the
Unless
same
Onic wants to play it really
Yes,
safe.
is even close right now. Sawo only has 2 items, only the flask.
Going on Navaria. Interesting. Probably because they're so far behind. Going on might be just a better option to go instead of trying to go for pure damage with a goalie or a Holy Crystal or Divine. You're so far behind at this point where you just want to get that percent HP damage because you're, behind.
Right now they got to deal with this Lord. Going to the bottom
Final
side.
slash goes off to cancel that whole wave. Boots though. Wait.
Kid Bomba.
Bomba dashed. Why did Bomba dash? He thought he got a hero and he didn't. That was such a whiff from Bomba, bro. It's getting to Bomba's head. The pressure. The defeat. He killed himself. That's a Gila Bomba moment. Sans a little deep, but he's fine. You don't have Bomba to turn it around. Magister gets ulted. Heartguard onto Carvey though. Flickers out into his own base. Kind of sad when you see the result of that. Boots getting quite low. Keyboy trying to do something. CW quite low. Has to back off. This is a 4v4. CW is not here. Well, he come back just now. But wow, they defend that. Good defense. You would think that Onic could win that 5v4, but Carvey not dying and Sans and CW, not CW, Keyboy trying to pick him off so hard led them to not dominate that fight. So well played to Carvey for prioritizing his life above everything else. If Onic had targeted the base instead of trying to force pick Carvey, they would have ended there.
I would say the way that there's Vol is grouping up is making it very difficult for Keyboy to select.
But Devu, very good tower defense. 12K goalie though for Onic. Whoa, Magister getting dough on here. Kyrie, final slash goes off. Uses the ult. Total primary goes off. Carby gets kicked though. Flicker kicked by Keyboy. Bomba, quite deep here. Sans 1 HP. Is he gonna fall? Sans is gonna live. Magister quite deep. Carby's dead though. Onic, a lot of them are quite low. It's just boots with a decent amount of HP. But wow, dude, how is Devu making these fights look close? Is what I am genuinely curious about. They are making these fights look close, despite being at a 12k deficit.
I mean, in Deus Volto,
Crazy from Sans, too.
They were trying to take that fight. They wanted that fight. They kept on pushing forward. All Sunset Lover has to do is actually...
They still fight 12k behind. Great. You know, that confidence.
Kind of connects on to Keyboy or connects on to Boots here. She needs to find CW or Sans. If Sunset Lover can do that, it could be a tide changer.
Seems like Onic will just rush this Lord here.
Just to continue to defend.
Yeah, like Devu can't fight it. They really can't.
Trying to actually contest these Lords at this point.
I would say because of their poke, they can contest.
Now late game, a tank Deroth will fall off a little bit.
It's like just scout for division.
So will a Fredrin tank will also fall off as well. But at the same time, Devu. In a tower defense game, Brody's good. It's just he has a hard time aggressing with his lack of mobility. Onic doesn't have a too much long range poke, so Brody isn't as counter as you think he would be late game. The big problem Brody has is getting outranged in the late game. But when the only range Onic really has is Sans, even the marksman Claude is a full dive. Onic has to commit to a full dive and win the full dive. Now 14k goal lead for Onic with a Lord coming down. Can Devu defend this is a very good question. Carby focusing on the Lord. Kibama dashing in. Carby flipping back in his base again away from Keyboy to live. Torpor Army goes off. Kibama flickers. Can he live though? 1 HP. Sans goes for the flicker and kills Kibama. I don't know why the stream is lagging. But Devu defending the whole Lord. Sacrificing Kibama.
Now they have to deal with these minions. Pushing in.
How are they still in this game? Oh, Carby 1 HP. When nature goes off, falls. Oh, it's over. Magister falls. It's just Salvo and Sunset Lover left. Keyboy flicker kicks Sunset with Purify, but it's 2-0 for Onic. Man, as soon as Carby fell, it was GG. As soon as Carby died, it was over.
This game, Onic showed their strength.
Des Vault hangs on for as long
Dude,
as they
I
can.
really thought Devu could take at least one game. Are they really gonna get 3-0'd?
And Onic have the code. They were able to come through and I mean just cleanly execute. Yes, it was definitely a tough battle for them.
Onic played that very disciplined too. They didn't try to overcommit to anything.
Those fights were moving on and on and on, but Keyboy continuously harassing Carby, I think, was the answer.
The Sky Kings are flying too high.
MVP for Onic, chat. Who?
Bringing them down.
It's a tough game to look at here.
I don't think Sans. I feel like Sans was just kind of there. He did live a lot though.
David was able to garner that lead. It slipped through their hands, but game
Kyrie, CWs.
They couldn't keep up. Maybe it was
Kyrie did do really good, but it wasn't like phenomenal. I think Keyboy maybe. They might give it to Keyboy just because of his kicks. Boots is frontlining, but like that was really it.
The norm has changed up, but the flexibility is still what they like.
I think Kyrie or Keyboy.
And that's what we saw here once again.
Or CW was in contention. Sure. CW had some really nice like engages.
This was a very
give it to Yasu.
And they executed it very well.
Dude, watching that game, I felt mental.
That's hard to choose it. With Onic, it's always so hard to choose the MVPs because everyone performs so well.
Big congratulations to Onic for winning
all
the second
right,
game.
Kyrie. Oh yeah, well, I kind of guessed too late.
Again, flip your hair.
Kyrie again, the MVP.
Okay.
Come on, Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie did really good on the Deroth this game.
He better flip the hair.
Kyrie, you better listen here, all right?
This is Kyrie's first 2 MVPs. I don't want to see PH bias. Although last game maybe didn't deserve it as much. This game he definitely did like great. He's literally almost legendary. 7-0-8. I can't wait to see Deroth in ranked. I'm gonna see Deroth jungles in ranked. I'm about to see like a fuck ton of them.
They could have gone for the Fredrin, right? But as we're talking about the mental game, I think that.
All right, I want to eat my food now.
It forces
The Fredrin priority is crazy from Onic.
And adapt to a different type of aggressive Kyrie that he wasn't able to be last game.
Like really crazy. They make like throughout the whole M5, Fredrin was kind of forgotten up until now. All of a sudden, Kyrie's like, Onic's like, let's first pick this shit every game. Bro, this sandwich is so spicy. Or it looks so spicy. My fingers, bro. Look at the oil already, just holding the sandwich. It's just covered in spice.
Willing to still fight even where they're behind, but Keyboy consistently getting those kicks. And here's one of the players they focused on consistently. It was Kid Bomba. Harvey as well, having a rough time, and getting that first death, I mean, at 5 minutes in, starts to slow him down, and it's not something you want to see on a Brody.
Dude, again, in this game, it's really about how Onic...
That game, I actually think Carvey played fine. He lived, but, like, I would say Carvey's probably, like, the weak link on Devu.
Did seem a little bit forced. It looked like
I see the most, like, person be useless out of him. The most.
Like, in their head, they have way more damage. But
not useless, but, like...
It really wasn't enough.
I don't know. I don't like his Bruno, that's all. I hate Carvey's Bruno.
I kind of feel like this game would have been much more closer because they engaged a lot in the early transitioning into the mid game. But unfortunately, again, miscalculated.
I like what they did here. Like, even looking at this, the fact that they were down so much in gold, Devu still tried to keep things together, tried to somehow get back into this game. But again, when you're talking about this massive of a lead, it really starts to show, right? Numbers are, you know, they're true, and you saw it unfold there no matter how much they tried to hold on.
One thing as well that I said during the last defense, going for CW, going for Suns is very
numbers are true, well aligned.
Ambitious. And that's the mistake coming in from Carvey. He went for Suns, and that put him in a bad position for him to get caught, and he couldn't help the defense.
Something else to point out here, even though Devu held on for dear life that game, there's something very clear about Onic's victory here. They didn't lose a single tower, they didn't lose a single Lord, and they didn't lose a single turtle. I mean, overall, just completely smothering.
Kind of complete domination for Onic here.
Very beginning, before all these matches started, LaFell.
Well, goodbye Devu, I guess.
It seems like maybe they're having a little trouble here and there. They are still always very...
Where's the Bomba aggression, bro? Where's the Bomba aggression?
Kyrie here as well.
Go Apu. Go Dirov.
You already have a flat penetration. Instead going for that War X where your penetration is ramping up. I kind of feel like it's because of the Boxia to ensure that, okay, this Boxer is going to take a little bit of time for him to take down. And the ceiling for the War Axe is much higher than Hunter Strike. So I feel like this is a smart choice.
Definitely probably one of the main reasons why Magistor was consistently getting melted down. Not only that, but Kid Bomba as well. I mean, Kid Bomba was pretty tanked up here, ready to deal with that, but still constantly getting shredded. He tried his best, but was never able to really hang out in the front lines.
Yeah, that War Axe didn't work, man.
Yeah, it did work, and you know, when you see this,
man, I would really like some milk.
You really are trying to play around that final.
But I don't have any.
Early on, it looked like there would have been some moments for him
I just got water.
to turn the tide with great final slash setups, but unfortunately, like we were talking about, that damage department was lacking early on for Devu, and with Onic punishing in the early game, it scaled very heavily in their favor.
Yeah, looking at the carry here, Carvey did the most damage, so we do see that they did scale up. They had the potential, but Onic just keep on surviving, man. How do I say this? They spread out the damage quite well, making sure that Devu couldn't focus on one target. They had to spread their damage.
And they would have
they sure spread it all over him, didn't they?
First Keyboy would go, then CW would, you know, blazing duet into the backside onto Carvey. Then in comes Sans, and Carvey was just
onto Carvey's backside, you say?
From, like, all sides. So as you said, the damage that he's sending out is getting spread. And I think because of that, Carvey was never really able to get those final hits. He wasn't able to put enough damage, and every time he popped off the torn apart memories, he couldn't get a finish.
We got to talk about how now it's match point. How does Deus Volt bounce back?
Whew, that's tough, right? If you're looking at game one, where they had a great lead, they had trouble. Game two was not in their favor. This is the time for them to adjust, right? Now, game play.
Yeah, let's see what they go for, man.
Let's see exactly what they think of as they approach match point against Onic.
This is one of those points for both.
I just spilled water in my lap.
Getting the energy from the crowd is going to be very crucial. In fact, I'm looking down here, and I think I'm already seeing Mara down there. I can see the lights and everything. So we're going to pass it over to Mara.
Oh, is it an interview? Zane?
The teams out.
Maybe Zane.
We have special guests cheering
Zane.
for the crowd. Here with us all the way from New York, USA.
Hi, Big Turk, man. Big Turk.
How you doing, Mova Zane?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
And over here, Chiku from
Chiku,
Malaysia.
guys. And Moon.
And Moon. Hello.
Moon.
Oh, you guys are sharing mics. All right. Hey, I noticed.
Hey guys, it's the Turkman. The Turkman. Who's this random? Who's this random 3-hero tank jungle shitter Frederick one trick? Who is this guy?
Chico Bomba.
What is he doing here?
And
He
yours?
doesn't deserve to be there.
Me is Munji Bomba.
Muji Bomba. Oh, what about you, Rose? Are you gonna change it to Rose Bomba?
No, I'm here as their translator.
Okay, you're gonna translate.
The
Zane,
translator.
Did you get in the trend? Does your name have Bomba in
Moba
it?
Bomba.
Moba Bomba. Zane Bomba, Moba Bomba. Well, it's bombastic. Kami fantastic. It's really, really nice. Hey, by the way, so I'm assuming that for this matchup, you're cheering for Deus Vult. Yes?
Yeah, I want them to do make it a good series, as close as it can be.
Who's impressing you right now in Deus Vult?
Korang suka siapa kat Deus Vult?
Dude.
Bomba lah, Kid Bomba.
Kid Bomba.
Of course it's Bomba.
Bombastic.
For me, I like Sunset Lover lah.
Yeah, I think Sunset Lover is actually
Hey,
a really
what
good
do
mage.
they need to do right now? Because
Dude, I'm trying to
Onic
one-hand
right
remove
now
his lid.
is, dominating
It's
them.
crazy hard.
I think they just need to relax a little bit because the first two games were rough. They were doing really nicely in the first game, and I think maybe losing that got to their heads.
It did. It definitely got to their head. They were choking quite a bit there in the game too.
Maybe. But you know what? A lot of people are saying that Deus Vult run, it reminds them of your BTK run in M3. What do you have to say to that?
I think it is pretty similar.
Yeah, pretty similar. Okay, so I have a question. Why did you come right after the Ohio brothers left?
Dude, what the fuck, Mar? Even Zane's laughing at the absurdity.
That you're
What
here?
the fuck is that question, Mara?
What's up?
That's when the flight was booked. I don't know.
Okay,
What
what did you
the
think about
fuck,
their
Mara?
performance? Okay, let's turn the MOBA Zane on.
It was a really bad performance.
Oh.
Really bad.
Oh, okay. If you were in it, if you were there, do you think it would have been any different?
We would have left groups.
Okay, well,
For sure.
we should see you there for M6.
You will.
Okay, we're
Man,
gonna see
this
that.
guy.
We're gonna see that. Let's see what Hoon, you gotta reply to what he says. All right,
Dude.
all right. Now, okay, let's talk about how Onic is performing. How scary are they right now? That if you were there,
I'm not even. I don't even care about Zane's reply. It's more just the questions, man. The questions. It's always what will get the most clicks.
Kalau example lah, Toda, apa yang Toda akan
What will get the
buat
most clicks,
kalau
man?
orang nak menang lawan Onic?
Kalau saya main macam rank je lah, tak ada apa dah 2-0. So kena have fun je lah banyak. Dia saya main tak pressure sangat.
Okay, so he said if Toda was going up against Onic right now, they would treat it as a ranked game. It's now match point. So technically, the less pressure they put on their team, the better the outcome will be.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is honestly like the best thing you could do. At this point, you're 2-0. It's already kind of doomed, but if there's any chance of winning, you have to like go into it as if it's a ranked game. With that kind of confidence that it's a ranked game. Fighting with the pressure of it being 0-2 will just result in an even harder loss.
Do your best. Fight without like tak fikir lah kalah tu.
Yeah, what are you saying? Fight without pressure.
So he said if he was Deus Vult right now, he would actually change up the team strat and try their best to adapt going up against Onic, because we all know that Onic is according to him, a top tier team. So if they actually play like their usual selves and they don't change up any strats, it's gonna be hard going up against Onic.
If you could be more specific, what strat did you mean by that?
Maybe like Todak langgar, like langgar je lah. Langgar je.
Langgar je.
Langgar.
Just dive in for it.
Yeah. Tuan dan puan. Langgar. Okay, Moba Bomba,
According to him.
if that were you there, what would you be doing right now?
I like what Chico was saying, where we need to get rid of the pressure and realize that this is just the last game, so you have to put everything out.
But how do you get rid of the pressure? I mean, you're right there. You're desperate to win. It's 0-2 right now. How do you get that out of your head?
You just need to be confident, and it gets hard with all the fans that are supporting Onic. That really can get to players' heads, but you just have to fight through it.
Now, before we throw it back to the game, do you have any
Before
final messages?
you throw it back,
Because I know they're going wild right now that you're here. What's your plan after M5?
I'll see you in MSC.
Oh, and what's your message to them right now?
Thank you very much for the support and believing in me, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of M5.
All right, I hope you enjoy Philippines. How about for you guys? What do you want to say to the fans?
To the fans, sorry for this year, Toda not joining the M5. Inshallah next year Toda will go to international again.
She's doing her job, yeah. You can't really hate. It's just a job, but man, it's annoying sometimes.
Yeah, that's all.
It's how you generate traction, you know.
Keep supporting your favorite team, and now we're going to game number 3.
The best way to generate traction.
Versus Onic. Casters.
That's why she's so good. Mashallah.
Thank you very much, Mara, and all the Bombasters down there, because, guys, we gotta relax. Listen to Bomba Bomba. They said they gotta relax. Chill. This is the last game. No pressure.
He's just a mind state.
By the way, he's relaxing in that AP Brent jacket.
Yeah, just relax. All right.
Aren't you trying to get one of those, by the way?
Yeah. Yes, I am. AP Brand. I want that. But here's the thing. For anyone
Come
watching
on.
online, please
Give us a good series, man.
feedback about your experience through this QR code. Yeah, it's down
Win
here
one game, Dev. I
on
believe in
your
you.
screen. Your feedback means a lot to us to improve.
Mara's hot. Maybe Zane was nervous, dude. The question she asked was like such a fun, like
I'm not used to doing
just
this.
that, just a slap in the face.
You're right.
Yeah.
Off the
This is what's so
bat.
great about the Secret Lab chairs, by the way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but we're very high.
Yeah.
We're very
You
high.
can see how Zane just laughed.
I'm very
He just
high. Here
laughed.
comes TikTok
Like it
drop.
was that like out of
on
nowhere.
TikTok for 5 minutes, and you can win one TikTok viewer chest. Watch for 20 minutes, and you might win.
Like, no
TikTok
subtlety.
deluxe chest. Why are you guys laughing? You got it. Oh, you're relaxing? Is this how you relax?
Yeah, this is
I'm
how I
relaxed,
relax.
LaFell.
Are you relaxed?
I'm very relaxed.
We gotta hope that Deus Volt they relax, because the
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Mara went to the cash desk right now and say, "Hey T-Rex, what do you think of like TLB dropping out of groups?" Just right now, pulls up on the side of the cash desk, just slides in like, "Hey, T-Rex, what do you think about them?" And just like touches his shoulder. Then everyone just gets crazy about her touching his shoulder.
Hoot.
I was almost right. Right?
That kind of works. Yeah. And
Yeah, he
speaking
does
of, by
drop
the way,
them.
the bomb versus the shield.
Dude.
The bomb.
Let me just
It's like
say,
an Avengers movie.
The bomb has some pretty nice
he's not
stats.
just the shield man. He's the spear.
The
he's
shield is a good
sword,
way to describe Boots.
He
I'm not
has
gonna
the
lie.
hammer.
Boots just doesn't seem like a very aggressive player, but he's a very
Kid Bomba
consistent
needs
player.
to go to some of his unique hero pool here. I think right now we just saw him play the Arlo, the Arlad, and it's not something that he
Big
normally
Bomba versus
picks
big.
up,
Okay, I'm not gonna.
We
Oh,
saw him on
peace
the
bomb.
Terizla. Yes,
Jeez.
it's a shared hero pool. Yes, the Terizla is very good, but I think it might be, try to make a composition where we can put him on something that he can actually sustain some damage up front.
Now we're looking at Coach Fly solo here. Before our matches, I always analyze.
Oh
our
yeah, but chat.
enemies.
The question of asking why he came after TOB left is like
Once I've done that, I'll explain
nothing
all
intentional at
our
all. I'm gonna say it right now. Like, the fact that Zane came when TB left was whoever scheduled the ticket for him. He didn't mean to do that at all.
on preparing against M5 teams.
I think this
Zane initially thought he was going to see TOB
It's got them to where they are
when he was
currently
there.
Against a team like Onic, but it gets
When he got there.
increasingly harder when
I don't know
against
why
teams like Onic, right?
it was scheduled the way it was, but it was a stupid question. It's obviously that question. I don't like that question. Out of all the questions, I think all the other ones are justified because it's her job. But that question, literally, it's like it wasn't intentional at all. But not like she knows. Can't blame her. You know.
And then they flip things around even by the last pick. That's where that mental game gets a little bit harder, right? On how to approach these from game to game.
Exactly, like they're messing with the Bomba mentality. He was like, I'm gonna use an Arlet against a Dairoff.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's a Fredrin. And he's like, holy bananas.
Holy Bananas is right. And not only that, we said it the other day when we were casting over the Onic Blacklist games, they can play pretty much whatever they want and make it feel good. So no matter how much you analyze them, no matter how much you look at it, it's just, there's not a real answer. A lot of it's going to come down to more of how are they playing in the game. The draft is going to be important for Deus Vult, but also they just need to keep up with the pace. And they're trying.
Chat, don't be mad at Mara. It's totally her job. You can be upset. Don't get me wrong. You can be upset at it, but like you can't like blame her for it. You know.
Match point.
Dude, that's so scary. But again, they gotta find a way to not think about that as we go into draft. Potentially the last draft of this series.
What did Mara do? It's just the
Deus
questions
Vult
she
is gonna
asked.
be the first
Clutch
pick,
Mara.
Onic the second
Jeez.
pick. It looks like Onic, they're not gonna change a lot here. As long as the
All right, I'm just gonna
balance
focus
is
on
not
trying to
there.
eat.
Everything else.
I am very hungry, chicken. I'm committing cannibalism. Haha, funny joke. I'm eating my own kind.
Some of these bands come out, right? Really And even hearing from the interview, Chiku guys and Mobazane's opinions and everything, like, do you want to actually change your style for this game? I mean, do you go back and try something different, or do you just fall back to comfort? Talking about comfort earlier, right, with the Secret Lab chairs. Like, is that something you want to do? Fall into comfort and just execute better, because even looking at game 1, man, they were doing a great job to start. You look at game 2,
macaroni, spicy chicken sandwich, and coleslaw.
They were doing an all right job defending. So, you know, where does that fall into place for game 3?
I mean, so far we're looking at a Mimic first ban as game 1. Devu switched from blue side to red side, back to blue side, and this is the same exact heroes that they banned out. These are the same exact heroes that Coach Yeb banned out. So if Devu is going to switch something up, they need to do it now. In game 1, they picked up the Valentina first. I don't think it's a horrible
If it ain't
pick.
broke, don't
I think
fix
they
it.
need to-
Draft for Onic.
Something has to change.
I don't know why Devu did the same thing
I feel
though.
like it's not that Valentina is a bad pick, but it's kind of like,
maybe go for the Wanwan.
yeah, I feel like you need to get those win conditions in, and I kind of feel like the Valentina helps the win condition. So now that they picked up the
Alfred pick again.
Valentina, the second and third pick is going to be very crucial. You got to make sure that you have a core plan on your draft, because I know they probably want to react to what Onic is doing, but at some point you got to be proactive.
This is what I love, right? I love it when teams...
I love you.
Thank you. Thank you, LaFell. When they see a Valentina, some of the options here is, let's just overload the Valentina.
Yeah.
Let's just pick all these options for good ultimates to take, and then make it a mini game in itself, and then, you know, keep the ones at bay here in terms of the team fights.
I guess we do have to think about this as well, though. In game 1, they were winning in the early phase. They had that game in their hands. So the idea of possibly we just have to, like, if we have the same exact draft as game 1, that's okay, as long as we can actually execute what we
Holy shit, I thought that was on CW, or I thought it was on Carby on Bruno. Thank God it's CW.
Into this Mimic draft of
Carby
game
and Bruno
1,
is
and they're gonna
insta-lose.
pick up the Bruno this time and let Devu maybe have the Wanwan.
Here's the thing.
I heard the Bruno,
Is
and I thought it was Carby.
Because all the games, first pick, I mean, sure, 2 picks here, but it is still a very early pick. Did Coach Yep find some kind of weakness in Deus Volt? They're like, as long as we got Fredrin in the front, they can't penetrate.
I mean, it serves its purpose. When you're thinking about Fredrin, right, whether he's parked in the jungle, whether he's in the XP lane, hell, even if he's in the mid, he's a great kind of front line. He puts a lot of pressure there.
Interesting.
Appraiser's Raptors
Diggy.
there as well.
P-boy Diggy right now.
Here across from him.
Now, one thing I do
Diggy.
have to say, Deus Volt has to find a way to go to the back lines.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I called it out. I knew it.
No, not yes. It's on the wrong side.
It's on the wrong side, though.
How dare Coach Yeb?
Hoot.
Diggy into
It's such an
the
obvious Diggy pick here. Literally, like,
Oh, no.
That is tough.
Bruno
it's such a huge Diggy pick here.
That's a oh, no.
They're gonna. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it, but if they send them to the lower bracket,
The Digger.
with the Diggy, it
Dog
is just
dig.
the ultimate goodbye
Dimmadome.
kiss from Coach Yeb right there. It's the ultimate, like, here you go.
Salt on the wound.
Yes.
It's salt on the wound.
Dog dig Diggadome.
Diggy, though, being picked up.
The Dumb Dimmadome.
Interesting that they
You guys know what that
decided
is
to go with this,
from
but it makes
referencing
sense,
Fairly
right?
Odd Parents.
Especially when you see
Not sure everyone watched that show.
Tigreal locked in, plus the penalty zone. Man.
Terrify.
And then at this point, if Deus Volt, they want to pick up the 1-1, the
They gotta
Diggy
get
can
digged.
cleanse the weakness points as well.
Digger diff.
It's almost
That's why
like,
they're leaving the 1-1 open,
yeah,
too.
Onic
They're like,
wants
listen.
them to pick it up.
Yeah, take it.
Isn't it like an S tier hero?
Yeah, but there's
Hi,
no.
Ian. Hi,
I
John.
mean, it's
Is 1-1?
you're hitting double the weakness points at that point.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
John, don't spam.
Okay. Speaking of Teenage Time Journey, Hoot. Diggy is revealed to be 15 years old in the game.
No way.
Oh, my.
He's friends with
Why are they
Einstein.
revealing
Owl
Diggy's
years are
age like
different.
that?
Owl years are different.
Owl years are
Yeah,
different.
because he's friends with Einstein. I'm not friends
Yeah,
with
and it's
Einstein.
like
You know how old
15
Einstein
times
is?
6 or something for owl years.
No, not 600.
Yeah, well, 15 times 6.
Dude, Einstein is old. He's
That's
probably...
because he time journey.
Let's calm down. Let's calm down, guy. Diggy.
Because Trex has a daughter and she's probably asking this. How many
Yeah,
years
Diggy
are
works great
owls?
here.
6 years per year for an owl.
Let me just...
Good Dita.
That's why he knows Einstein.
Let me just say...
Interesting.
Say,
They're spending out mages, but he's just gonna go Navaria, no? I mean, Navaria Diggy is a really safe combo, but
Shut up.
yeah, just instant Navaria.
Traumatizing.
just some context here for those listening. I
No,
walked
don't.
into the talent room, and for some reason, Trex was spitting bird fast.
They're gonna wait for last pick to either flex the Fredrin. Dude, again, Onic with the Fredrin priority. They always prioritize it because they can flex it.
You guys can find out.
Yeah, but we're not gonna tell him.
Look at Trex's YouTube channel. He will have it up.
Who's Master Rooney, Chad?
Diggy, as well as Bruno. Talking about poke.
Master Rooney's, man.
Dude, that's a lot of poke.
That's
Who is it? Who is he, dude?
Poke with an exclamation.
Lance from Magister, really.
All right, so Devu though
An
is switching
Irithyll.
things up. They go for the Aerothel. I think it's solid because you definitely don't want to.
Irithyll's a good pick for Stiggy, by the way.
The 1-1. Not only that, but if they all try to group up in this time journey when they need to, they have the Aerothel to pop that crossbow tank and get some splash damage on everybody.
Yeah. Well, again, I like that there's some variation here from Devu. I like that we're seeing, you know, a little more aggressive in the jungle, and then a pick that really hasn't been, you know, chosen a lot of times in terms of the gold lane is the Aerothil going into the Bruno. So much we saw the Brody-Bruno matchup. We saw how that was numbers-wise, but this time, how are we feeling about the Aerothil?
Dude, honestly, for me, I want to touch more on the Lancelot because for Lancelot here, here's the thing.
Uranus. Wow.
Magister has to go bird hunting.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Right?
He does.
Am I not wrong?
That's his job.
Yeah.
Am I not wrong?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Have you ever hunted?
Uranus is a pretty good pick.
No.
Can contend with the Terizla.
I'll tell you that much.
The thing is, Onyx comp, I'd say this game is definitely the weakest it's been out of all 3 games so far.
Oh, you know, I would love to say that I like Devu's draft more, but I like the fact that
If Onic loses early game with this comp, it's like it's over. It's very easy to get snowballed, like the comp they have. I'm surprised the rating is in Onic's favor.
Kind of surprise picks there.
Very surprised.
All right, let's take a look at the index now. The great index that tells all.
Let's see how they play it though. They do have the Diggy Bruno combo. Onic's comp is heavily favored towards the gold lane. Heavily.
And now again, I want
So this first turtle will be very interesting, whether they contest it or not. Now Lance is a little weak at first turtle, to be fair. But they have Tigreal and Terizla. They're pretty strong.
We're jumping into the land of dawn.
All right. All right. We'll see how this all plays out. Hey, I love these fun facts, by the way, you know?
No weird switch-ups.
Yeah.
No Kyrie in the EXP lane or anything like that. They're going to keep it nice and simple here. Everything but that bird. And honestly, Onyx draft is kind of what I wanted Deus Vault to bring. I wanted the Diggy. I wanted the Uranus on Kid Bomba. But Onic, for me, seems
Song's getting poked out quite a bit by Sunset.
It's like you had that wish list, you know?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there was no delivery.
Santa did not accept.
Yep, there was no delivery on that morning. Yeah. You didn't get what you wanted, but they're going to have to make it
CW going straight for the tower plating.
Here, now facing match point. Even emblem-wise, though, how's it looking?
Honestly, looking at the emblems here, I kind of feel like looking at the Diggy, having a little bit more cooldown here is going to ramp up the map control coming in from Onic quite nicely.
Already poking here happening. Sandslow going to join, but yeah, it is this Terizla, so should be fine.
Looking at the matchup here, I like that there's Volt early rotations to the gold lane to make sure that Keyboy doesn't make it difficult for Cardi.
I think that's exactly what Deuce Volt needs to do as well, because normally Onic is the one that wants to try to, you know, rotate around, try to come in and attack these side lanes. At least last game, they brought a lot of aggression into the mid lane.
First turtle's what I'm waiting for, man. But I don't know if Onic will contest. Diggy's literally bot right now.
They're saving grace here. If they want to try to come out on top of the game, just go for it.
Cardi should be saving his poke for CW, not Keyboy. Wasting on Keyboy's dumb. Keyboy can always just reset. CW is the one who's going to stay in lane and try and kill.
Just duke things
and try and like poke the tower over and over. CW did get quite low there though.
Now the fact too that you're going to be working against Magister here on this Lancelot could go in their favor if he's able to just kind of
They are contesting this turtle. Keyboy is here. Although how useful he will be is definitely a good question. Sawo looking for some zone. Kyrie though will choose not to contest. It seems. Oh no, he's just wrapping around. I don't know. You guys could just rush it. I'm surprised they're not just rushing it. Sawo can just pull Kyrie away. They're waiting for letting Keyboy get 4 is a bad idea. Now Boot's gonna get some big damage off.
A big thing for Deus Vault here is gonna be layering the NPC, how they come at angles, how they work around Keyboy.
Oh, Flicker was off. Constant Flicker, but Keyboy at the ult now. Bomba just gonna die. Bomba's dead. So quite low as well. Dude, 2-0. You get turtle, but like. It's such a misplay from Devu to wait that long until Keyboy has ult. You would have won the 50-50 anyway, as long as Sawa just CC's Kyrie.
I mean, personally for me, I would
So
see that
why
trade
wait that long,
because I
man?
kind of feel like, yes, you give the turtle, but in return,
Carby, you have such an HP advantage. Why are you letting CW heal?
It not only accelerates your goal, but it slows down the opponent's goal.
That healing is crazy.
That is definitely worth it for Onic.
Yeah, not only is it 2 kills,
But it needs to reset for mana.
on the front liners for Deus Vault, 2 kills on the people that need to get some items in so they can withstand the damage that eventually comes from CW, so they can withstand the damage that eventually comes
Magister's pretty nice in this lines. You can tell by how he dashes. He definitely plays a hero a lot.
Magister, I kind of feel like he really needs to get that War Axe fast and start to make a difference. Like, I don't want to put too much pressure on him, but in this kind of situation, he can be that difference maker because he can force out quite a lot of skills and then giving an easier time for Sao as well as Kid Bomba to get that nice initiation.
And Onic is on to Deus Vault right now. San's hanging out in the gold lane as well, along with Keyboy. They know that they want to try. They know that Deus Vault wants to try to get the
Boots
pick
being
off
a
on CW.
nuisance.
Okay,
Fly low, forced to purify.
Into enemy territory. But this is why you pick the Uranus. You can do this.
Man,
stuff,
Tigger's gonna be
right?
so useless this game. With the diggy. Like, really useless. Kyrie with the retreat, dive on bot side happening here. Carby cannot get out. The Crazy Wrath goes off. Wait, Carby's still alive on her tower. Flicker from CW. Kyrie! Oh, snags Carby. Sawa 1 HP as well. Dodges that. Gets out though.
Stays alive for that exchange, but
Kid Bomba, can he melt Kyrie?
Onic still gonna be going. Kid Bomba.
Guess not. Bomba, why did Bomba ult? I guess Keyboy would have just ulted if Bomba did ult, to be fair. But I still think that would have been fine. You force him to ult. Dude, it's over. It's over. It's over.
Again, looking at Onic, the way
Look at the tempo. Alex controlling the map. Devu is just like all over. They just missed a full wave top.
I kind of feel like it's good for Deus Vault to force this out because Kyrie's HP is low. They could force this.
Oh, see if they go.
And Magister can't even get the red tree.
Gets the
Wow.
turtle in the hands of Devu. Now going to be going for the fight. Boots,
Boots is a tanky motherfucker. You're not gonna kill him. He doesn't know. Okay, actually. Well, Keyboy ult for Boots. Actually, Keyboy has ult. Boots dead. Okay. We take those. We take those.
Finally finds a kill on the map, but it's not slowing Onic down at all right now.
We take
At
those.
this point, it feels like game 1 was just a warm-up game for Onic. It feels like some of those little mistakes were just a little bit.
But then Carby and Magister having the same gold, and then Boots and CW being on top.
Things like that. And now Onic, the way they're playing is the way we always see them.
They have to figure out that Onic, they're playing their game, and Deus Vault in this third game is being much more reactive and not as aggressive as we've seen in game 1 and 2.
Flicker.
It looks like they're hesitating quite a
It's
bit.
retro by Kyrie. Ult goes off. I think Bomba's dead though. Once he flickers. Flickers out. Kyrie continues to tank the tower though. But has no CC for him. And he gets out.
Wow.
Again, they're just going to force him out of the lane.
Bot tower's down.
It's faster than I thought.
He gets a little speed bonus from his first skill and everything.
Revenge strike. Yep. Revenge strike. Oh, no.
All right, taking a look at some of the items. CW holding a strong lead against Carvey right now, who's got the Haas Claws, working on the Berserker's Fury.
800 gold
Only
lead.
had to pick up the partial boot there, and even in the very beginning, he made sure.
Oh, Sans purifies. Magister cleans up Sans quite nicely. Digio goes off. I don't know why though. Keyboy force use his as well. Carvey backing off. Nice. Devu with the aggression. Get free mid tower. Oh, flicker goes off for Sawa to Kyrie. Keyboy is off the ult to stop him. Kyrie falls. CW getting ult by Kid Bomba. Kyrie with the sprint. Force Keyboy's a flicker. Keyboy flicker as well. Boots here for some sort of cleanup, but it's not really gonna work. Those teams. Okay, Devu. I like the aggression. Let's go. Come back. Reverse sweep. Everything. All copium. 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 Inhale it.
He has the War Axe. They should be very proactive in getting those kills. If they keep this up, they're gonna overload Onic.
And they do such a great job at waiting for that spike.
Fake
right?
okay.
Now that Magisaur's hit it, picking something like
Purify goes off. Boots gonna follow the sunset and Kid Bomba. Okay.
Picking something like the Lancelot, where
bro, just all that copium.
Just Carvey or
all that copium. Powdered copium. Gas copium. Where's the liquid copium? Everything. It's not so over till it's over.
Carvey took the death, even though he's falling behind CW, they still have Magisaur with 0 deaths, who's been eating very good.
Right now, Magister as well, having that Thunderbelt is going to do quite well against Kyrie as well as Boots as the frontliners, just because he does a little bit of damage, but more importantly, he's slowing them
All right, I'm not sure about that kind of copium. That seems like a miracle kind of copium, but
definitely going to be effective going up against
2K goldie for Devu.
He's actually 1,000 gold ahead of Kyrie right now. It just shows where Magister's head has been. He's been on farm, and now that he's where he wants to be, it's attack, attack, attack.
Oh, Salo engage on Sans. Sans purifies. Is he gonna live though? Gets out. Questionable ult though from Salo. I suppose it's fine.
Still, the focus here on the macro play are these side lanes. Devu able to get the lead that they wanted throughout the majority of this game. Can they hold it together?
Kyrie with the big Praise's Wrath on Sunset and Kid Bomba, doing quite a bit of damage.
All 40 seconds to that Lord coming up.
Right now, Onic, they have to be careful of their positioning because if they're...
They don't want to let the Diggy get to late game. You don't have a support to heal all his poke. Like, the later the game goes, the more favorite it is for Onic. They need to try and snowball their lead with this next Lord.
Mindful of how they approach the fights.
Salo on Boots. Boots does have the Purify. Has not used it yet though. But trying to run down, but I don't think it's going to work. Boots will just fall. This bot tier 2 seems like it will go down as well with this push.
Doing great with their macro right
But they're actually going to choose to go to the Lord instead. They can just rush the Lord. It is a 5v4. And D's not a great role for contesting it. If anything, it's going to be a 50-50 between Kyrie and Magister if Devu doesn't try and fight and make Kyrie run. Because since Diggy's up, Diggy can just ult Kyrie and it comes 50-50. What they need to do is try and do as much damage and zone Kyrie as much as possible. Yeah, go for the fight, 100%. Go for the fight. Ulting Keyboy. Keyboy forced to flicker. Not using his ult, but ulting to save Keyboy here. Kyrie. Oh, Magister gets us in time. Kabama not a good spot though. This is going to fall. Sunset Lover trying to run away here. Sour dashes out. Is retry slowed though. Praise's Wrath goes off. Miss. That's fine. Okay, you're trading one for Lord. That's fine. Mid tower though. 1 HP is going to go down.
They lose the mid tower, but still, I think it's a good win for Deus Voto, especially where this game started.
Honestly, wow. Magister could have aggressed on CW right there. Chose not to. I was actually fully expecting him to. Ult goes off on Boots, forces Purify. Honestly, Salo is just ulting whenever he can so he can force Purifies as much as possible. And it's a fine play. I don't know how long the typical ult cooldown is. Instead of waiting for them to Purify, he's just going for it, making them waste it. That way, other pushes are more successful. CW quite low, forces Flicker out. Magister gets the tower. Is he gonna follow? It gets popped by Novaria. Carby gets taunted. Not a great spot. Praise's Wrath goes off. Carby half HP. Sprints out. Sun's Lover Kibama though, getting chased by CW and Boots. Carby 1 HP from Sound's poke. Time Journey goes off to try and boost him and boost speed. Still running away. Seems like they're gonna be fine though.
I missed it, but perhaps Magister missed.
Oh my! I think we need to inhale some more of that copium, guys. Maybe do a line of cope.
We saw how Onic they were stacking
Do
up.
a line of
so it's gonna
cope.
be a little bit easier for Magister to go in. But yeah, a little bit of micro mistake. But let's look forward that he doesn't.
All right, Kibama's getting Athena shield. Definitely optimize. Definitely like go for the Athena shields. I think Bomba and Tigreal should have Athena shield and Twilight armors. Oh, Conceal goes off. Boots does not have the Purify. Ult goes off. CC change Boots. Oh my lord, Boots getting shredded. Sunset Lover goes 1 HP. Flickers out. Carby getting taunted. Not a great spot. Praise's Wrath goes off. Kills Carby. Salo and Sunset Lover both 1 HP. Die. Magister's pushing mid. They get a pick on Boots, but at what cost? In the words of the Big Mel.
I mean, Kyrie there, the way he had his plan.
And
he runs past everybody, gets into a spot where he's in between the three of them, then hits the taunt, and keeps everybody in check for just enough time for the rest of the team to get in play. We're going to take a look at
the price when you all in Uranus. Dude, it's so laggy. Holy shit. Instant replay. And Sunset Lover got poked so hard. And that was an insane taunt from Kyrie. That Novari ult really just fucked all of them there.
Finds the long-range shot from the outside just to make sure there are no escapees here.
No escapees. Man, the later the game gets, the worse it is. You're gonna let Novaria and Diggy just farm up.
Again, like I was saying, you know, it's great when Devu strikes and finds the wins. They get a lead, but they will get punished if those moments continue to happen, right? They have to be able to work around that. Again, multiple times we've seen that. Everything thrown at Boots. Everything trying to take Boots out of the picture, but then...
Honestly, chat, you know what would be a good item to add to the game? The buff supports. An anti-heal item that makes it where whoever you're healing or shielding also gets the anti-heal effect.
I mean, I get what they're trying to do.
That'd be a pretty good item in the game. I just thought about it.
So they think if they can keep on getting
They have a tank anti-heal item, a physical damage anti-heal item, and a magic one. Make a support one.
A bit more. But yes, at some point they have to start attacking somebody else.
Right now, what's the approach for Onic as well as Devu? How do they want to approach this Lord? Because they're going to have a Lord dance. But with a Lord dance, you have an
Master
idea
with the aggression on the boots. Actually, quite a bit of damage from Lance. I'm not gonna lie. Wow, I'm surprised at that true damage. Bomba taking some bombs. Bombs on the Bomba, bro. The Bomba. Trying to heal off these camps.
I think Carvey doesn't want to try to jump in immediately.
Solo, not a great spot. Pulls Kyrie to the side. Kyrie gonna knock the back out.
When he pops the time journey, and it looks like Sunset Lover has gotten a time journey for himself as well. So a lot of it, I think, just comes down to time.
Dude, they're just getting poked out by Sans and Diggy. Like, it's really not good to like, get constantly poked like this. Now, they're not too low right now, but Sawa is at 2/3 of its health. Magister, 3/4.
Kyrie gonna hold the Lord here. We'll see how they all play around it as it's whittled down now to 1/4 of the health.
Look at Kyrie just got hit by a ball too. The longer this fight goes, the worse it is, man. Just go in, just go in. 50-50, flicker off and Kid Bomba. Keyboard flickers out. Kid Bomba not in a great spot. And Kyrie gets the Lord. Sawa and Kid Bomba 1 HP. Devu on the run. Can they get out though? CW quite low. Sans on the running. Sans, can he hit those? Pause!
We will take a little breather.
All right. Magister wasn't able to click Retry. It's almost like Kyrie used his Thorn Rose to help his Retry.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys haven't already, appreciate very much.
Okay,
like
so
the stream, sub as well. Appreciate any and all support. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna check my text messages.
Because, in a way, it seemed like the idea coming in from Devu is to separate Onic, let it be like a 1v1 between the junglers to see who has the better retreat. I guess the Sky King Kyrie, he won that.
Yeah. Again, you know, on this, the way that it's kind of unfolding here is a lot of these fights, like Trex mentioned earlier too, the timing of that times journey is going to be important, but really what's happening in a lot of these exchanges, especially the Lord dances, and the fact that Sans can get these shots off, right, from a distance. It whittles down the health bars of Devu to a point then where even, for example, you have a Tigreal, but you're half health, even if you land the implosion, most likely you're going to get taken out of the picture right away, right? So that's already a body gone, and that's the hard part, I feel like, for Devu is how do we deal with the siege from the distance, right? How do we get past that? Again, Novaria, this is why she's so impactful for a team, because vision, poke potential, usually she's at the top of the charts, and then by the time the fight breaks out, man, you know, you already have this advantage health bar-wise, and the punish is there. So, Devu, how do they adjust from that?
I think maybe, especially if they can get to another Lord fight, two Lord fights, they need to. Kyrie's good, man.
Yeah.
Pause Copium. Dude, Bomba looks stressed.
You gotta maybe push him away. Maybe they use Salwo.
Bomba looks stressed, man. I feel bad for the Bomba.
Because from what we just saw, Kyrie has the better retro game. When it comes down to the 1v1,
Kyrie is kind of just diffing the shit out of Magister.
Maybe Magister gets it here and
that's tilting, man.
But you can't risk that. You have to kind of tip the odds in your favor a bit. And I know that, you know, Kid Bomba or Salwo, if they waste their energy on Kyrie, they might go down for it because they're going to be prime targets for CW. But it may be worth it in the long haul of things. If they have to take a death for Kid Bomba to secure the Lord and possibly get a bounce back, it might just be what needs to be done.
This is why I kind of felt like perhaps going for kills is a little bit better for Devu, because Onic's lineup is a double-edged sword. You got a lot of damage, but you're very squishy at the same time. So if they can't find an avenue for them to engage and get the kills,
Bomba Copium, Bomba Cope Bomba.
With Kyrie doesn't feel like a 50-50, and that's part of the reason why I hesitate a little bit on that one, especially because, like you said, Naisu, before the fight even starts, they're starting at a disadvantage. 50% health, not just for Tigreal.
Yeah, everybody.
Even though multiple members of Devu is starting a fight handicapped. So I kind of feel like that makes, that's a difference maker there. Sans make sure that if they want to go for a fight, it's a bad idea.
I'm watching a Family Guy clip. I think you guys can hear it.
Do absolutely anything. You want to hide in the bushes, he's going to reveal you, and he's going to make it look like it was a bad idea.
Chicken Copium.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like, let's say statistically, you already look at junglers versus Kyrie in terms of the retribution, you know, and it takes a certain finesse to be able to out-retry him. But then you've got this lineup that's going to whittle you down and give you a disadvantage. And that's what Sans has done time and time again, as he even takes the orange buff here.
All right, so this is going to be the second Lord of the game. Luckily, Deus Vault still has all of their tier 2s. in each lane. So I think this is definitely survivable, right? This definitely shouldn't be an issue unless they really mess something up.
Oh, Magister has no buffs.
No buffs.
Yeah, that's
no
tough.
buff zone.
Magister gets poked out quite low. Gonna go to his base for some HP. 44k gold lead for Onic.
the base of Devu. Onic now in charge once again on this side of the map as they set things up here to knock on the base of Devu.
Yeah, Onic is just taking it slow because the Lord is marching and they're moving with the minions as well. We can see in the bottom side of the map.
They're gonna lose that top high ground for sure. The best they can do is try to defend their mid bot.
They gotta make a...
Oh, nice dashes from Carby. Not Carby, Magister. Magister, they're getting CC canceled. And he gets popped. Wow. Nice dashes, all for what?
Time's journey from Sunset Lover.
Time's journey, but it's not gonna matter. Boots. Gonna just regen back. Wow, Magister just got popped so hard there.
Will be stopped immediately from Sands, playing very forward here as they work on this mid turret. What is Deus Vault to do here? Trying to defend their base. Even Carvey whittled down. The Sands still goes.
Sawa, the flicker ult, not instantly just Keyboy ults. What's the point of flicker ulting Sawa if you know Keyboy's there? It's GG. I mean, Carvey's trying to do something. When nature goes off, not gonna matter. Give on one of the 4-man ults. Sunset Lover trying to do something. Oh, Keyboy and Kyrie actually both fall. Okay, Magister is up. Can they defend?
Magister trying to force CW back.
Magister, just don't chase, don't chase. Him backing off is good enough. They might actually defend. Wow.
And it looks like Devu will hold on.
They defend.